game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall. We may have started the day off with some cool temperatures, but we are going to warm up quickly, my friends. We'll already have upper 60s by lunchtime with plenty of sunshine as those skies clear and a little light breeze out of the west. Not too much at all. Daytime highs climb back into the mid to upper 70s for all of us. And if you're a fan of these milder temperatures, tomorrow we may start off on the cool side, back into the 50s, but we climb back into the 80s across the area. With your Get Ready weather, I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall. Have a great day.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruscin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs, and the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Can't wait either.
Oh, yeah. Hello. A very pleasant Monday to you. Ruskin and Zach coming at you here on it. ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app, which is brought to you by Taco Bell.
Man.
What a weekend, huh? Anything happened I missed?
Oh, we had some stuff going on.
Stuff go on? Okay.
Yeah. 877-377-6963. Text us, call us, sit there, listen quietly. Whatever the heck you want to do. It doesn't bother me. I'm here regardless. Not irregardless, because that's not a word. Right. Bill's in there holding it down.
Yeah, Bill, how'd your weekend go?
Overall, it was good. I just, had a little confrontation with one of our fine department stores.
Right.
All right. Outside of that, I'm good.
Okay. I had an issue at a department store today also. And we'll get into this at some point. But it's just so I think both of our, because I know your story. I think both of our encounters, you could generally sum up on everything that is wrong with America. So I think that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, it's why Amazon does so well. Except in Northwest Arkansas, they don't deliver very well. But outside of that, that's why we have Amazon.
Right. That is true.
Tyler from South Korea is going to get it started early. Seems like Arkansas baseball is already in postseason form.
Now, you just hang on, Tyler. You just hang on right there, mister.
All right, I love you too.
Tyler, listen.
Listen, mister.
That's when you know he's mad. Listen, mister.
You get called mister.
Tyler, hang on. Now I'm going to we'll pull the curtain back a little bit. And you've probably heard these talking points already.
Yeah, what are the talking points?
Yeah, let me get. I have the reason
direct from the bakery in Farmington.
Now, which sport would you like to hear first?
Let's start with since Tyler brought with baseball, let's start with baseball.
All right, now these are from the official talking points, which were hand delivered in a manila envelope to me at a restaurant in Farmington, with a door that looks like a hobbit would go through it.
The big door and a little
door.
Right.
According to the University of Arkansas, it's all about the regional and super regional. Regular season really isn't that important. Just get into the tournament. That's when they take things seriously.
Well, hell, they haven't done that in 3 years. I mean, we got out of the regional. So then what? Okay.
We have. Well,
okay. We'll get to that text in a minute. But let me close up the box here on baseball. This happens every April.
Mm-hmm.
They hit the wall. It's the April swoon. Blah blah. Whatever it is. What you have to look for here is like we've talked about here a little bit. When it gets difficult, how do they respond? And so far, like I know Dave was talking about after the game, we got to get some guys going. That's not the problem, all right? Like everybody, you've got guys going like, 4 out of 8, like 6 out of 12, like 3 out of like nobody really fell on their face. They're trying to figure some things out defensively because Sousa got hurt. So the middle infield is a little bit shaky right now. They're getting very little from starting pitching, so they have to kind of band-aid these games to get there right now. Woods' disaster. Woods' outing Saturday was nothing short of a disaster.
Wasn't great.
He went a third of an inning.
It wasn't great.
Or Friday. I mean, Friday it was the outing.
It wasn't great.
But what's changed?
Well, they've lost 4 out of 5 or 4 out of 6 in league play. That's what's changed.
So that undoes the other 30 some odd games where everything went well.
Yes, of course it does.
What you have to look for, and why the regular season does matter to an extent.
Not according to what this says.
Well, those people are idiots.
Yes.
But why the regular season does matter is you get to look at, like I said, when things get hard, who can respond, who can handle the pressure, and who can't. And so far, I mean, they're not winning, but they're not falling off a cliff here. All right. Now, if they lose 2 to Little Rock, okay, well, you got some problems here. But so far, you got beat by Georgia at their place, and it came down to fractions of an inch in terms of a home run here. So you're right there in that game. And listen, it wasn't about guys not getting going against A&M. A&M had better pitchers than you had hitters. That's it. It's not. It is.
That's
not
a problem.
That complicated.
That's a problem.
A&M had 2 better pitchers that was better than this vaunted lineup, and it is a vaunted lineup. It's still a very good lineup. So, that's what it is. There's no reason to panic or to cancel whatever it is.
Cancel your tickets.
Okay, cancel your tickets.
Cancel your rooms in Omaha. It's over.
But I mean, it's just about it's finally getting difficult. This is the most interesting part of the baseball season so far, because now it's getting difficult and now it's getting interesting because you get to see, who's got enough and who doesn't. When they're winning 48-6, it's not interesting. This is interesting, and you get to see how they respond. It's fascinating.
All right, we've got a quest today.
All right.
Joe in Springdale's texted. Wife currently in labor. You guys are in one of my years in the delivery room.
This John in Springdale.
John?
That's a fine.
Joe? What did
you said? Joe.
Did I? John.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
I'm not the only one going blind.
I am very well, but we've known that. I'm going blind. So we've got a baby on the way.
All right.
All right. So John.
Zachary, Derek, whatever John's last name is. William. Yeah, two middle names.
Yeah. Hyphenated.
Yeah. Or Zachary William would be a good hyphenated first name. Zachary William, you get in here.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's right.
Not bad.
All right.
You have to yell out the name in anger. Is that the test? If you yell out the name in anger to test if it's a good name or not?
Yeah. Like for my kid, it's Mackenzie Grace.
Mackenzie Grace.
No, but it's got to see for me, it was initials. When mom threw out the initials, I was in trouble.
Yeah, see, middle name for me, Derek Wayne. Derek Wayne.
Yeah. Okay, so it's when they go full name, whether it's initials, whether it's the whole name, you're in trouble.
Right.
All right, okay. So we'll keep an eye on.
Right. Okay. Well, how's that going, John? If you can keep us posted there, we'll let you know, or you let us know.
You let us know how things are going. Just periodic updates would be great.
It seems to me, I've never, one day, Lord willing, I'll be a part of this experience. What a song. My God, what a song.
I love me some Spinderella. Yeah. But this is like, I read an article one time. This is like the worst song you can play. Not because of the subject or the title, but because the rhythm is off. It doesn't work. It doesn't sync up with like the Le Mans, which is a big lie in it. All right. So good. Best of luck, Don.
But from what I understand, they don't like it when you bring the PS5 in.
Well, see, that's just people not being up to date.
That's what they don't like.
Yeah. See, being a two-timer on this, what you have to learn, what you have to understand is that when you are in the room, it's not all about her. It's all about you too.
No.
Yes,
she is the star of the show.
I understand that, but they hand out Oscars for Best Supporting Actor too, and I've got to be comfortable as well.
This is one of those you may want to take offline.
That's a corporate buzzword.
So we'll put a pin in it.
We'll put a pin in that. Circle back to it. All right.
Circle back. All right. Thank you. Let's see here. Here's a text. And we have official media propaganda as for why the autograph session was canceled.
Yes, as a matter of
Does
fact,
Hunter
you can.
even try at this point?
No, actually. I don't have
I would like to offer a guess before you look up the talking point.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's why they canceled the autograph session. They just didn't want to do it. That's why they canceled it. Is that, am I close on that?
It didn't rain. It didn't rain. Here's what I believe, and I've had people that have worked for me for years, that on of the week, they will start telling you that they don't feel in anticipation of a 3-day weekend.
Or longer, yes.
Or longer.
4 days.
In some cases. Yeah. Sometimes it's Friday and Monday. But
the cocktail flu.
You start laying down the groundwork. Yes. They were laying the groundwork down on Monday of last week.
Yes. Whenever Pittman spoke and said, you know, we would, if it rains, we just cancel it. I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't even in town. He was already in Hot Springs. He wasn't even here, probably. They don't care about you or anything else. Just as long as at the first of every month, they can pin your credit card and the money goes into the account. That's all that matters to these people. That's all that matters to these people. Okay?
They also want you to focus on the portal transfers that they brought in.
From Maine? God almighty.
Yes. As a matter of fact,
Holy
yes.
Lord.
Now, we'll get into the talking points, which I went and picked up myself today. I've done that personally in a while. Got had a wonderful conversation, but yeah, I was a little surprised that they shut the whole thing down. But you know what? It's their show. I guess whatever.
They just didn't want to do it, and they got enough of an excuse to get out of it. That's what it is.
I agree with that. I think there was some resignation on doing it.
Plus, Pittman was already in Hot Springs. What are you going to do?
I don't know that for a fact, but
sorry, that's me assuming. I don't have any facts to back that
no,
up.
we cannot. A couple of you have asked. No, we cannot officially say they're 0-1 because they would have won the game too. So maybe they're 1-1. Oh boy, the Reaper throwing it down. Golly, guys. All right, so everybody's upset about that.
Yeah, Reaper texted in. Why would anyone want their autographs? Well, you know, kids like that stuff. You know, they want to meet their heroes and whatnot.
Dare
the kids?
Dare we bring up regular season Rick out recruiting Cal?
Yeah, there's that.
There was that too. So it was a bumpy
but
weekend.
You know, Amen's not that good anyway.
That's what I was told.
Who cares? He's just going to be the number one pick in the friggin' draft. But I mean, he's not that good. This is the one time where, like, you can't. There's not an excuse you can use to get out of this one, because every other time it's, well, he's not that good, or you know, we didn't want him anyway, or when a guy's picked to go number one and you don't get him, that's just an L. There's no spin here. This is the no spin zone, all right? Especially when you have all the infrastructure in place that you have in place over there.
Gavin Sexton, he doesn't like that the football transfers are from schools he's never heard of.
Well, I've never heard of Maine and Troy.
Well, Fresno State and Kent State. I mean, they're okay.
Gary Thorne went to Maine.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he hits the post.
So the football thing, you know, the football transfers, we'll see. You know, that's, you know, we'll see how those guys fit in.
There is no point in feeling any emotion today.
No.
About a player who's not going to play maybe ever, but certainly not until late August or early September. Why? I'm legitimately putting the question out there. Why would you feel anything about this, about bringing people in from the portal? Why?
Stephen King also went to the University of
Oh,
another good one. Thank you.
Now,
Thank you, Bill.
Hell of a football player. Stephen
King. Yeah. A Nickelback, I believe. No?
Oh, I thought you were talking
Safety?
about sorry, I thought you were talking about the band for a second.
I was talking about Stephen King playing.
We'll run with that.
Or maybe he was in the dime package. I don't know which one. We'll have to go look at the films. See how it went.
Now, Ethan brings up a point. He is glad to have a transfer from Maine. They beat Mississippi State last year.
They did.
They did.
Okay.
They did do that. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. We're getting dinged for that one. All right.
They did?
They did. They beat Maine last year.
Okay. Well, I sit corrected.
I'm willing to hold judgment on the football transfers. The Neal kid from Stanford is a part-time player, good size, looks like a good athlete, but had, you know, the measurables and the stars don't necessarily match up with the production yet. And now you're going to drop him into the league. Okay. You know, the DN from Troy, I watched a little bit of him. He's okay. He's a little light in the shorts, but you get him in the weight room. Cool. I mean, maybe he gives you something.
What you really have to forecast with anybody. Now, here's where you can, feel something or have some sort of curiosity about the transfer portal is what you have to do is look at the position they play. And then you have to do a little research, and this may take some time on your behalf. You have to look at what they don't do. That's what they're going to do here, is what they don't do. Whatever they played before, we don't care about that. Oh, you've never punted before? Oh, great. Come on down. That's great. Great. You want to be left tackle? Great. How are you at right guard? It does not matter what anything says. They're going to put them in the wrong spot. They've been doing this for 4 years. And people seem to be either numb to it or they just don't care anymore. And it may be a column A, column B situation. Because when you cancel the spring game, Erwin talked about this earlier on with Phil. When you cancel the spring game and nobody cares, no one complained. No one complained. You got trouble, my friend. Well, right here in River City.
Well, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this fan base has become so disconnected from that program.
Absolutely.
It's like being an X2 back.
Absolutely.
It's like nobody cares because you have no investment in me.
There has never been a time where the Razorback Athletic Department is less connected to the citizens of Arkansas. It's never happened. It's never been like this.
It's the way they want it.
Exactly. Because you won't complain if you don't care. That's what they want. It's a perfect situation for them. Now, you may not show up either if you don't care, but the important thing is you're not complaining. Mm-hmm. And that's what things are going for. That's what they want.
That was my first thought. Like when I got the text that it had been canceled. And it wasn't, postponed. It wasn't that they were moving it to, moving to the autograph session was canceled. My first thought was, man, how disconnected a fan base do you have now? Where you just keep doing things one after another to push them further and further away.
This was a microaggression on Saturday. This wasn't a major offense or anything like that, but it's one more log on the pile.
100%.
It's one more log on the fire of we don't care about you, as they would put it, you people. They don't care. They have not displayed that they care at any juncture in the last 5-6 years. Really in the Yurichek administration, to be honest with you. So here we are. They don't care about you. Question is, why do you care about them? That's the real question.
Bailey in Springdale texting in, Troy defense gave up 38 to Iowa last year.
See, I'm going to go the other way here on everything, and I know on the talking points. But based on track record and talent, this has the potential to be the worst line of scrimmage team in a decade, maybe more. The offensive line is not any good, and the defensive line may be worse.
It's April.
April. I said potential.
There is a ways to go before we actually kick this thing off and snap it. But there is a lot of work to be done at the line of scrimmage. I think there's a lot of work to be done in the receiver room. And anybody who wants to argue with me on this, please, if you don't have my number, I'll give it to you. I'll be happy to argue with you.
He will give you his number. He will. That's true.
No, I will.
That is true.
There's work to do on both the line of scrimmage.
That's a better way to put it than the way I put it.
Okay.
There's work to be done.
That's
very good. That's very high in the sky.
There is work to be done. This is a line of scrimmage league. You have to be good in order to be in the upper half of the league. And right now, Arkansas is probably in that mid to mid-lower area on the offensive line. Are they better than Mississippi State? Yes. Are they better than Alabama? No. So you're somewhere in that range. I think the wide receiver room has a lot of work to do. I think the only position where I can sit there and go, yeah, you're set, is quarterback. Outside of that, I think there are just questions all over the place. Now, you're going to have some guys emerge. You're going to have some guys that are going to step up and play well during the spring and the summer camp. And you're going to have, some guys that just, that you bring in to plug holes. You got to get the offensive line fixed. You got to get the defensive line fixed. They still can't get a pass rush.
No.
They haven't been able to get a pass rush in years without sending 5 or 6. And when you send 5 or 6, we say this all the time, when you send 5 or 6, you leave your back end exposed. That came out wrong.
You don't want to leave your back end exposed.
You never want to leave your back end exposed.
That is not what you want to do.
And I prefer to say that Maine held Iowa to 38.
Okay.
It sounds better.
Well, once Iowa got Ferentz's kid out of running the offense, they took off like a rocket. That Iowa offense was very explosive after they got Brian Ferentz out of the equation.
Bailey's doing some research here. Says they're not playing the spring game because they want to hide the film for Marcus Freeman.
That may be why.
Coming.
I mean, the whole motto, the whole theme of Arkansas football is hide. Hide from your fans, hide from the media, hide from the opponents. Like, it is the prevailing agenda of Razorback football is to hide. We're not going to show you practice. We're not going to meet the fans. We're not going to do a spring game and tell people and put it on TV. We're going to hide. Zach, I'm serious. They're trying to figure out a way to hide the games. If they could hide the games from us, it would be the dream scenario for them.
Well, then you can report your own score.
That's right.
Call it in.
Yes.
The Crane team is your home for all your automotive needs. With 16 different locations across the state and America's favorite brands, the Crane team...
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Mandy White Perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite. White perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box, the saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings new indulgences like toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's the Lux you want for less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Introducing the Azalea
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Built for comfort.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets.
Check out our
Original
latest
beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics. So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick. Just act classic.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC, BetOnline remains the number one online source for all your sports wagering information. In between games, head over to BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas.
Guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey guys, it's Ethan here at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith, and the Kawasaki Good Times Demo Tour is back on the road and making a stop at Wheeler Power Sports. On May 16th and 17th, you can test drive bikes like the Z900, the KLR 650, the Vulcan S, Eliminator, Ninja 1100 SX, and the Ninja 7 Hybrid, and many more. Experience your favorite Kawasaki motorcycles and join in on the good times. Wheeler Power Sports, 901 North 11th Street in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
ESPN 99.5.
Please don't take these guys literally or seriously. Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
Here news is brought to you by the Good Chair, because there was nowhere to sit. You get the Good Chair exclusively at the Stadium Shop. Stop by, tell Robert Errol Mann that Joe Bonamassa sucks. You would like to be seated in the Good Chair. Arkansas baseball team dropped 2 out of 3 to the Aggies over the weekend, falling 3 full games behind Texas for the league lead. Arkansas heading to Gainesville this weekend to take on Florida. Nate Ament, the number 4 high school player in the country, chose Rick Barnes in Tennessee over Arkansas, Kentucky, and Duke. 6'9", 185 is a consensus 5-star. Rick Barnes quoted as saying he's a one and done. Arkansas football got some portal commitments over the weekend. Linebacker Trent Whalen from Kent State, Julian Neal from Stanford, Shakur Smalls from Maine, and defensive end Philip Lee from Troy, all pledged over the weekend. None of those players are going to help you block Bryce Young. Georgia picked up a trio of transfers Sunday. All the 3, they got the top 3 linebackers in the portal. Army outside linebacker Elo Madozi, Illinois running back Josh McCray, and Miami defensive lineman Josh Horton, all confirmed over the weekend. And Nico, and I've heard like 14 different pronunciations. I thought it was Iamaleava, but apparently that's wrong, but we're going to run with it. He made his announcement official that he is headed to UCLA.
I hate the narcissism of making an announcement like this on Easter. You smug, arrogant child. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Maybe he didn't know.
It's Easter. He didn't know it was Easter?
Maybe.
Oh, my God.
Have you met kids today are dumb?
Are you serious?
Bill, your Ruscin and Zach Expos. When you're about to meet someone for the first time, do you ever get pre-annoyed? Like you know this person is going to piss you off?
All the time. That's not, you know me well enough. That's not a fair question. 100%.
74% of you said yes. Is anyone else concerned that today's youth can set up all of the electronics in your home, yet need help making toast? My daughter does not know how to make toast.
No.
Uh-huh.
What is there to...
That says more about you, man.
What is there to know?
Well, she rewired my house somehow, like speakers, the whole thing. Like my house is now all connected. With all of my electronics.
But the toaster's not on Wi-Fi.
The toaster apparently just completely stumped her yesterday.
It's offline.
Yeah. It wasn't plugged in. Anyway.
That is key to having the toaster work. Is plugging it in.
Asking for a friend here. Someone logs into their streaming accounts on your TV and doesn't sign out. That means you can log in and watch their stuff, right? Anybody?
Yeah.
90% of you said yes. Those are your Ruscin and Zach Expos, brought to you by nobody in particular. Go grab ass.
They made you do it.
Yeah, I'm being made to do those.
That's right. You made to do it. All right, so let's see here. 877-377-6963. It's the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. If you want to get in here and send us a text, you can do that. You can call also, but with texting better.
Abner says I need to get a smart toaster. No, I don't. My toaster works just fine.
Okay, let me explore this. There's really only one setting on a toaster.
Correct.
And it sort of explains itself.
Yes.
The higher the number, the more burnt it will be.
She did not. It wasn't plugged in, so she kept pushing the thing,
and it doesn't go.
And it wasn't going.
Right.
And we hadn't even gotten to the number setting yet. But the day before, Saturday, she had completely set up all of my home electronics, connected them all to one remote, which is very handy, by the way.
Right.
It's a little
Except
weird.
the toaster.
Except the toaster. She could not work the toaster.
It's on lo-fi. It's on no-fi.
Right. Now, I mean, she's learned how to make frozen pizzas in the last year, so I'm feeling pretty good about my parenting skills.
On the baking pan, not on the rack.
Yes. Yes.
Good man.
Yes.
Good man.
If she stuck that pizza on the rack, we would have a problem.
So I guess I would be more interested in the lack of problem-solving skills, because that's one of the first things you check is there power?
Yeah. Yep. You would think. you would. These kids today are different. They're built different.
As I like to say, is there gas in the lawnmower?
I know what's wrong with it.
That's
Ain't got no gas in it. The kids today are different. They don't think these things through. We've been my generation, I'm taking full responsibility. We were snowplow parents because our parents were a-holes and made us do everything. We didn't want our kids to have to go through the same hell that we went through.
Do they not know how electricity works? I mean, it charges their phone. That's the same electricity that powers a toaster.
Where I think the disconnect happened was the assumption that the toaster was plugged in from the get-go. And the way where I have my toaster, the plug is actually behind my cookbooks. So I run the it's a blind look. So maybe that's where the where the trouble started for her.
Yeah, BE's got the classic line. Have you tried turning it off and back on again? It's the first thing you try.
She came to me and I'm upstairs and she goes, "Dad," she goes, "how do you make toast?" And I'm like, "Well, you put it in the toaster and you just push the little thing down." She's like, "Yeah, I'm doing that. It's not working." Oh boy. So I walked downstairs.
You had to troubleshoot the toaster.
I had to troubleshoot my toaster, which is a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
What a time. What a time to be alive.
Man, these kids are different. They're different today.
Oh, built different. That's what it is. That's what it is. Dr. K, always check if it's plugged in.
Always.
Yes,
that's like the first thing you do.
Right.
Is you check to see if your stuff's.
Does she make like protein shakes and smoothies and that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah,
you got to hold the lid on.
Yeah, well, she has I bought her a blender that's shaped like a rocket, and you put the top on it and you just push down it.
The bullet? Ninja bullet?
No, it's like a knockoff that, because you're not giving your kid a $50 or $60 blender. You're getting her the 25 because she's going to break
They'll
it.
break it, and then you get another 25.
Then I get another 25.
Then you get 2 for 1.
Correct.
More or less. Right. Play the percentage. All right. So the Amit thing.
Whoa.
What happened?
Tanner says cookbooks in this digital world. Who still be using cookbooks?
Well, now he feels
you
attacked.
pompous ass.
Now he feels attacked.
Listen here, mister. I use cookbooks because I'm an American and I do it old school. Who's got time? I'm not one of these modern day parents that has like my iPad. I'm not an iPad baby. I don't have my iPad up there. Give me a cookbook. I'm not Googling it. If I can't figure it out, I wing it. Bill, you cook. You know what I'm talking about.
I have probably like 7 or 8 cookbooks.
Thank you.
You know what I don't? You know another thing? I'm kind of similar to this. Because I actually, and amazingly, the walls didn't fall in. I went to a church yesterday, all right? And I'm going to tell you, and I don't know how Tanner does it. Tanner is a man of the cloth. I like when the preacher is using a book.
Yes.
And not a tablet.
Yes.
The tablet feels very impersonal to me.
Also, if I may, I don't like when the preacher's got the little thing over his ear and the microphone down here. I want him to have the old school law.
This is not Britney Spears,
Or
man.
you go to the pulpit.
Right?
All right? You do it like we used to, like our forefathers.
The preacher had a traditional lav mic on the tie.
Okay. Perfect.
And he was moving about the stage.
Wireless or wired?
Wireless.
Okay. All right.
He had a book, he had the Bible, and he when you're on a tablet, man. It's not for me. It's too. I don't know. Like the whole thing is traditional. Like be traditional. I don't know. That's me. That's my preference.
No, I'm with you on that one. I'm surprised you haven't burst into flames.
I am too. It's a miracle, right? It may still happen. Just you got to stay tuned. You never know what could happen around here.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, for those of you that are asking, Mackenzie did not believe that the toaster was wireless. She knew that because this thing, like the thing we when we go to the Peaks for our thing, they gave us like an iPad. You can see what's connected. Like everything in my house is now connected to this.
You have a smart home.
I do.
Except the toaster.
Dumb residents. Smart home.
I was going to say, except the child.
Yeah. Well, no, because Dad didn't know how to do it. She set it up. But the other thing is, yes, I have cookbooks, old school cookbooks. I have a cookbook that's over 100 years old. And yes, I still use them. Okay? Everybody good?
Okay.
Tanner.
Well, when I want to run around and say I'm published, it's actually in a cookbook, believe it or not.
See? Cookbook. Pages. Like Dale walked into the office. I'm reading the paper. He's like, what is this? It's the newspaper.
Right. Second attorney texting in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Cookbooks are for frauds. Real cooks have a recipe on a sheet of paper. They got to sift through a bunch of old pieces of paper to find the right recipe.
What's the difference between writing a recipe on a piece of paper and a cookbook?
Or an old index card handed down.
My mother did that. You know what my mother did? My grandmother used to have these great, my grandmother's, from Ireland. She used to have these Irish recipes. She wrote them in pencil. Well, over time, guess what happens? It fades away.
Yeah.
So we lost all of my grandmother's recipes about 15 years ago.
Right.
Terrible. Yeah. Tanner's probably one of those preachers that has the little, the Todd Graham thing. The little
Ethan
earpiece.
from Atkins says he uses the Garth Brooks microphone. So in addition to being a postal worker, Ethan preaches on the weekends. I didn't know that.
I did not know that he was moonlighting.
Yeah. He uses a Bible, like a published Bible, and he has his notes on his phone. That's okay.
No, it's not.
Well, if I can't see a phone, but when you're carrying is a tablet, it seems very impersonal to me.
The preachers from 50 years ago were better than the ones we got today.
Oh, yelling at people?
They did it from up here.
Scared straight.
That's right. Came from the heart.
Yeah,
they didn't write the stuff down. They were just there to scare you to death.
They didn't write anything down.
These preachers today, hacks. All of them, hacks.
Who's going to burst into flames now? Right.
Great question from Tyler in South Korea. What happens when the smart home internet goes down? I remain reticent. I wait for the internet to come back. I can't do anything until then.
What happens when someone can't get the TV to work and they reboot something and then everything else quits working? They can't get an alarm to go off or something and they just start. I just unplugged everything.
What's weird is she had.
You missed the reference.
I got it. What's weird is I have 3 Alexas in my house, and she had all of the Alexas talking to each other, which is the weirdest thing in the world. Then,
sounds like something you'd watch on TikTok.
Then she's like, everybody, plug your phones. Hey Siri, and then no, stop.
I
set mine off. And then Siri jumped in on the conversation. It was really weird. But then to get the dad, I don't know how to make toast, was just, I was so proud. There's my baby. That's my baby right there. This is my baby girl right here. And then, Dad, I don't know how to make toast.
You got to watch those thermostats on the, you got to have dual factor authentication because, a couple times I used to have people turn the heat on 90 in the summertime.
I can talk to my thermostat.
Okay.
I could tell my thermostat to set at 68 or 74, whatever I want.
You honestly want to know the best feature about the digital thermostat?
Please.
You are no longer bound by arbitrarily, it's been X amount of months, it's time to change the filter. The thing will tell you, hey, put a new filter in, dummy.
That's a good thing.
It's beautiful. We got better with these things. I'm telling you. Things are better.
Abner, curious if I'm afraid the kidsy will change the Wi-Fi password. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to happen. And then you're going to have nothing, can't do anything about it. That's over with.
Have you ever actually changed the language on one of your devices? That is a terrifying experience.
I think I have.
Because you've got to go to Google Translate to talk to Alexa.
That's right. Yeah, you got to do that. All right, we'll come back with more here. Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas from the Crane Automotive Team studio. The Mercy Fort Smith Birdies for Babies Golf Classic is May 12th at Hardscrabble Country Club. 4-person scramble features morning and afternoon tea times. All proceeds benefiting Maternal Child Services and the Level 3A NICU, helping keep families close to home. Enjoy a great day of golf while helping provide essential care for moms and babies right here in our community. Sign up today at mercyhealthfoundation.net/birdies4babies. You spell for the golf way, F-O-R-E, all right? Birdies for babies. Or call 314-1133 for more information. We'll be right back.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes are cool because they give you options. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and the adventurous $9 box. So, yeah, choices are great. But don't sleep on how there's only 3. Perfect number. Imagine if there were, 49 choices. That's too many. Or if there were just one, get out of here. So 3 it is. You just gotta pick one. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only. While supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
It's our 47th anniversary at Burton Pools and Spas. Save on Doughboy pools, up to $12.50 off above ground pools and up to $2,300 off semi-in-ground pools. Doughboy pools are the most durable, with the best warranty and proudly made in the USA. Ready to relax? Hot Springs is the #1 selling hot tub brand, starting at $134 a month. Grab these amazing deals at all 3 Burton Pools and Spas locations. Burton Pools and Spas, water for a better life.
Hey, man, after this round, let's hit up BV65, that new barbecue spot in Bella Vista.
I thought that was a members-only place.
No, it's just like golf. All 4 Bella Vista POA restaurants are open to the public. You can check out BV65, Lake Point, BV Bar and Grill, and Highlands Pub and Patio.
Well, let's go. I'm starving.
Bella Vista POA, 4 great restaurants open to everyone with no membership required. Visit bellavistapoa.com/things-to-do/dining for details.
Hog fans, join Halftime's Phil Elson and Matt Jones live at the All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater in Springdale, Tuesday, April 22nd from 11 to 2, right before the Hogs hit the diamond. Just awarded Best of the Best Steakhouse in Northwest Arkansas, and now is your chance to taste why. Grab their prime rib specials for just $12.99, score gift card giveaways, and soak in the pregame vibes. Don't miss it. Halftime with Phil and Matt, Tuesday at the All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale. We'll see you there.
Hey gang, Blake Young here with Wood Power Sports. Currently, we are overstocked on select Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, and Can-Am product. If you're in the market for a new side-by-side, ATV, or motorcycle, come see us soon. We're about to blow these out, and I can promise you they won't last long. Also, these products are high-demand products, not your typical on-sale stuff that no one wants. Our deals won't be beat, and your buying experience will be unmatched. We look forward to serving you. Wood Power Sports, solid name you can trust.
Hello, our fellow Arkansans. If you have had it with marketing gimmicks, fear-based sales, and a lack of consideration for your valuable time, then please give Ward & Son Plumbing a call or text at 479-305-9943. We provide fair pricing and timely services to all your plumbing needs. That's Ward & Son Plumbing at 479-305-9943.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. It's time to step up to the plate and get a big league haircut at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Whether you're gearing up for the game or just need a fresh cut, our all-star stylist will have you looking like a champ. Kick back in our big comfy chairs, catch the game on our ATVs, and enjoy a cold beer or root beer while we handle the rest. Book online at fantasysportscuts.com or call us at 935-3116. Walk-ins are always welcome, but if you're on a tight schedule, we recommend booking ahead. Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every haircut is a home run. Located at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. A very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here. With Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall. We may have started the day off with some cool temperatures, but we are going to warm up quickly, my friends. We'll already have upper 60s by lunchtime with plenty of sunshine as those skies clear and a little light breeze out of the west, not too much at all. Daytime highs climb back into the mid to upper 70s for all of us. And if you're a fan of these milder temperatures, tomorrow we may start off on the cool side, back into the 50s, but we climb back into the 80s across the area. With your Get Ready weather, I'm meteorologist Melissa Hall. Have a great day.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. We don't read the headlines. We make the headlines. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
All right, we're back here. Quarter to the hour. Ruscin and Zach. Bob and Branson with a text that made me laugh during the break.
Okay.
For you, Zach. Wait, your grandmother's Irish? You never talk about your Irish descent.
You wait, pal. September 20. You wait. You just wait.
Is it the 20th?
It's the 27th is the game.
Oh, okay.
But I figure we start the Friday before.
Oh, why not?
I mean, you might as well.
Cares about who do they play?
Memphis.
It sounds like they play Ole Miss in there, don't they?
No.
I thought they played them in the first
Memphis
month.
the week before the Notre Dame.
I guess we got to start learning.
Notre
this
Dame
stuff.
plays. See now,
You're right. It's Arkansas State at Ole Miss at Memphis.
You get Memphis. Notre Dame gets Purdue.
For don't.
Yes, but that's Malachi Singleton and Barry. What's his name? Barry Odom.
Barry Odom's at Purdue now.
Yeah, he is. We forget
what
that.
a dead end job. Man. Just taking the cash.
It doesn't have to be.
Well,
You can win 6 or 7 and everybody be happy there. You're not going to win the Big Ten. You're not going to win a national title. You're not even going to make the playoff. But 6, 7, 8 games, is doable. And that's the alma mater of Drew Brees. The greatest quarterback to ever play in the NFL, according to some.
Coached by the greatest offensive mind to ever coach in college football, Jim Chaney.
That's what Jim claimed, yes.
And those around him when they were trumpeting his expertise here.
Great question from Dan in Mount Ida. Zach, have you ever looked more forward to a game? Yes, the game that got canceled. That would have been a lot of fun. But no, to answer your question, this September 27th is going to be a good day. Be a good day. Good day.
Better be.
For my
We're
sake,
going to get nothing out of you.
Oh, I won't be here.
That's right. Exactly. Nothing out of you.
I will be in WITSEC by the time the fourth quarter starts.
Right.
So,
witness security.
But not
That's what that means.
not worried.
Right. Now, I want to talk about the store for a second here because
Store. Okay, now this is you gonna let Bill in on this because
yes, I am.
Bill has very strong feelings about department stores.
Well, here's my complaint. All right, because today this is so frustrating. I went over here to get I needed contact solution and Tums and stuff like that. All right, so I go over here to the store, and it's the self checkout because I don't have a lot of stuff and I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to get in and out of there. All right, it's a brand new thing of plastic bags, brand new.
Yep,
and the pink-haired person on their phone standing nearby the self-checkout.
You didn't have to say that.
I said what I said.
You didn't have to say. You could say just the employee.
Didn't find it important to start the first bag because you can't claw those things open. You use 7 before you get to the first one. So I had to do all this, and I'm just like, if you're gonna put new bags on, what you have to do, start the first one for us. Is that the bare minimum? And I felt so happy when that little screen came up. 1 star. I punched the 1 star on that screen with such delight. 1-star review.
Do you guys fill out those reviews?
When I've started doing 1 star every time.
Really?
Yeah, just because I want to mess with them. That's what I do.
You?
Oh, I fill them out and I got a response this weekend.
Yeah. Well, you had a tough time.
But real quick, back to the bags. You realize that in Colorado we haven't had plastic bags in 3 years. That's another thing that is new to me of being shoveled all these bags.
Yeah.
So I
I'm take them home and you keep them in your pantry for 10 years.
Right.
Because you might use them one day to go
I
get.
use them to, for trash bags in my bathrings.
Well, you do that too. That's
what I
another
use
thing.
it for.
Well, I've gotten used to. In my car, I'm that guy. But because you have to be. But I've got a bunch of reusables.
You got a trash bag in your car?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
I
used to do that.
Did the person was the person on their phone?
They were not only on their phone.
Oh God.
But they were like leaning on the console of one of the registers, just doing like this whole like look at the phone. Not could have wanted to be anywhere else in the world, which I get. It's a terrible job, but since you're here,
come on,
can you at least pretend to give a damn? I mean, please
look here, Mister.
Now the woman that greeted, very friendly, said hello, said goodbye when I threw the cart back. We need more of her. The person running self-checkout. No, we need less of her. All right.
Were you wearing pajama pants?
No, I was dressed like this.
Were they wearing pajama pants?
No, they had the vest on, the whole deal. Yeah.
Huh.
But if you're gonna put new bags on, you got to start the first one. Otherwise, I'm just gonna rip 100 of them off till I get the.
Graham and Prairie Grove says the 1-stars get managers fired and they don't get their bonuses.
What do you want me to do? Get the manager out there to start the bags then.
Bill, I don't feel that Ethan and you are going to be friends. He says, what does Colorado have to do with any of this? Colorado is the only place that they just retired the jersey of a mediocre quarterback.
Fair.
He's got you there, Bill.
Well, the university is not the entire state. That's
only here.
That's only up at the People's Republic.
I thought he was talking about Elway.
The rest of the world operates differently. Here, the university is the entire state.
That's correct. Yes, that is 100% correct.
As I was.
By the way, I sent you guys the if I can find it here. Yeah, here it is. Here are the stats on Shedeur Sanders. This is a legendary resume. 13-12.
Yes.
0-1 in a bowl. 1-8 versus top 25 teams.
Yep. But he beat Colorado State twice. That's what matters.
That's not good. That's Bill's school, right?
Yeah.
Bill's a C. Now,
or Collins.
I mean, we agree. He's not Darian Hagan.
No.
He's not Cordell Stewart.
No.
Your boy Coy Detmer. Okay.
Right. He's not Roger.
Like no, you're right. Yeah. He's not Martha Stewart. This is what'll be interesting is when Dion leaves to see if they pull it down.
Yeah, they start prying down the.
I think I would. First thing I would do. But
that's probably what they're gonna do.
Dan Amaditis says all you have to do is lick your finger before you start the first bag, and they'll never let you do it again.
Okay. Right.
Is that a euphemism for something?
Well, no. People don't want you licking the bags. So.
Here's the text.
Yep.
Shh, don't badmouth them. It might scare off funding. The funding source for the Kent State and Maine portal players.
Guys, listen. Maine beat an SEC school last year. Kent State did not. And so I went looking for this Neal kid's tape. And, he played at Stanford. And apparently he was like a role player, bit player for them. So I went looking for tape. He's got great size. He just, the tape doesn't quite match it. But I'm sure that when he gets there, Travis Williams will make him an All-American.
It's like they don't want us to go to the store anymore. And, one of the things we disagree about at my house, she loves the delivery. I like going to the store.
Yes.
I'm going to her side. I don't like going to the store anymore. They make it so. First of all, you're going to get run over by one of those blue carts.
God, they're the worst.
And then you can't get the. It's just those. They want me to subscribe and go online.
Those shopper
that's what
people,
I'm going to do.
No, it's not only that they run you over. It's not that they're rude. It's not that they block the entire aisle.
Yep.
They are a pain in the butt. They won't move. They just block. And then they get talking to each other. Like you get two in the same aisle, and then they got the whole thing blocked, and they're just talking.
You know what they need to do to counter this? They need to put horns on our cart. So we need we need horns.
I do this.
Move. And not bike horns, like air horns. We need something with some power. Yeah. Some power. We need more power. That's what happened to me today. Okay, we'll be back here on ESPN Arkansas after these particular these messages of great importance. Try the new the Hit That Line Now app is brought to you by Taco Bell. Try the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Luxe Craving Boxes from Taco Bell at participating stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra. Taco Bell. Bringing you the Hit That Line Now app. You can listen all day long. Yeah, people doing it today. Sending us shots of their phone. All right.
Thank you very much.
Ruscin and Zach will continue.
Hello, I'm Chip Scarborough in the 4029 newsroom. The National Weather Service just confirmed a tornado hit the west side of Fayetteville on Easter Sunday. And right now, some people in the Humont Village area of Fayetteville are cleaning up damage. Meantime, Mulberry is another community dealing with the aftermath of Mother Nature. 4029's Jacob Murphy and Brett Rains are on top of all of it for us on 4029 News. We are enjoying a nice and quiet Monday across our area after an active stretch of weather. A crisp blue sky with temperatures reaching the mid to upper 70s in most places. Meteorologist William Morrison will let us know how long it'll last coming up on 4029. And the world is mourning the loss of Pope Francis. He died Monday morning, just a day after an Easter Sunday appearance. He had only recently been released from the hospital after a bout with double pneumonia. More tonight on 4029 News. I'm Chip Scarborough with this live local late-breaking update.
It's Brad and Stephanie here, owners at Mosquito Joe. Stephanie, lots of people ask us how we ever got involved in Mosquito Joe. Tell them what you told me years ago when we first started.
I said if you figured out a way to keep the mosquitoes out of our yard without coating ourselves and kids with bug spray, then sign me up. And if this works, we have to share this with our friends and neighbors.
To this day, that's the mission of Mosquito Joe. It's our passion to make outside fun again for all Arkansans. Whatever's bugging you outside, we've got the solution.
Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
It's time for the Rath Rod Replacement Sale at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, bring in your old car and get $3,750 above appraised market value for your trade. Take advantage of over $20,000 in recent price reductions on our road-ready certified pre-owned inventory. Inspected and reconditioned in our on-site Meineke Car Care Center and backed by a comprehensive warranty. It's the Rath Rod Replacement Sale all this month at Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, rathautofortsmith.com.
It's the time of year all about stepping up to the plate and making every play count. And when your vehicle takes a hit, you need a repair team that knows how to rally. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned and operated for over 40 years and is proud to be iCar Gold Class certified, putting them in the elite 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. For expert repairs that get you back in the lineup, call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body at 479-751-3801 or visit CourtneyHollingsworth.com. Walk-Ons is always a win, whether it's for a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner. Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into their mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
Seconds making a play. Short's got it covered.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage. It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself.
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
Call Carrie Earwood in Rogers and Derek Wardlow in Rogers.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. Lower T. Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you? you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BODY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text BODY to 321-321. That's BODY to 321-321.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
We're back here. Text coming in here. Yeah. All right, let's get to some of the text here. These are cracking me up. And then at some point today we'll get into this. Once again, everything we told you has come true. It's come true. Us, two schlubs over here in now three in Northwest Arkansas. We've been banging this drum on the college football playoff for 5 years. It is coming true. We'll talk about that in a second. Let me get to the text here. Doug in Mountain Home. Is Cal going to get Chad Baker-Mazzara? I'm going to need to delete a lot of comments and posts. No, I think they knew they weren't getting Ament, and that's why he did that video late last week talking about the roster, and this is the roster. Now, he left a little bit of a door open. We might add this or that. But I think that's the team. That's who you're going to see. They're not going to have any, I don't believe, superstar additions, maybe some bit players. But I think that's the 9 or 10-man rotation is going to come from those 11
quote
guys.
Nolan, it'll figure itself
right,
out.
Exactly.
You leave the door open for a 5-star. Probably nobody
But they're
else.
not coming here.
But Ament is going to Tennessee.
Right.
I think that was, I don't want to say jarring, but I mean, everybody was kind of, at least around here, was like, well, you get him, you're here, you're there, Final Four, this. And, he went to Tennessee. And Rick Barnes will take care of him. He coached Kevin Durant. You're talking about literally the same player.
Right.
So no, I'm with you. I think you've got the roster minus, a lightning strike. I think you're pretty much looking at the roster.
Right.
It is what it is, and now you roll forward. At least you know what you got.
Right. It is. But that made me think like any name they're probably not getting anymore. Like a name like you would know, like a Baker-Mazzara or Ament or whoever. You're not getting a big name.
Gavin is just floating the idea. Did Ament get Nico's money?
See, that's a great point.
That's what?
We're just moving money around.
Probably not, but it's fun to think about.
Right.
Graham and Prairie Grove with a good point. We're getting back into the season where the NCAA football game is going to come out. He's telling us that the spring game will be simulated at Arkansas.
Okay.
Graham, that's not very nice. It's not in our talking points.
The real game's simulated too. So what's the difference?
Well, the whole thing's a simulation.
Second attorney in Greenwood. The only reason to go to the store is you never know what you'll see there. Where else can you find a guy carrying a gun with a TV on his head?
Also true. Yes.
Very good. Second attorney on fire today.
Well,
the courthouse must be closed. He is really he's channeling all his energy into this.
In Madison and Sebastian County, he's known as the Settler.
That's right. go. Yeah. Well, let's see here.
Okay. Bailey says they're going to run the boxing one since no one can shoot. Again, Bailey, not part of the talking points.
Yeah, Bailey.
Bailey, what's going on? Are you having a tough day? Tell us about it.
Well, I heard that the reason Amit couldn't come here is because he couldn't get on the floor with this amazing roster that they've already put together.
You want the official talking
Yeah, please.
points?
What did it
Okay.
say? Yeah, right.
Yeah, we got to get like a celebrity.
What a
to do
load
this.
of! If you believe that, God, you'll believe anything.
This
won't
is
you?
this
my
was
Lord.
the official shills. There's so much talent here. Ament was going to have to earn his playing time behind DJ Wagner, Billy Richmond, and Carter Knox.
Guy's number one pick in the draft
Hold on.
next year.
He goes on to say, we need to keep our rotation to 9 guys.
Okay, fine. Yeah, okay.
That is the official talking points, as removed from a manila envelope picked up at a restaurant.
Well, you know somebody's going to get
in
hurt,
Farmington.
and
Yes.
11 becomes 10, and 9, and
Right.
8, and then you got to wait on. That's unbelievable to me. That is. I mean, listen, Rick Barnes, who was rumored, I guess, to be retiring, just got this kid to go.
Say, hey, wait a minute! I can get a 5-star that looks like Durant. Yeah, I'll do it one more time. What? Last dance.
Like, it is obviously like you brought this guy here to win battles like this. Now, I guess maybe for some people, it's good enough to just be in the conversation because you were never in a conversation with a guy like this, 5, 6, 10 years ago. Not even close. They wouldn't even pick up the phone. But now you're at least in the conversation. And I guess for some people, that's a win. But you do wonder, in terms of the top, Anthony Davis, John Wall, these guys, does he still have the juice to get those guys to come here, not as internationally known of a program as a Kentucky or a North Carolina or a Duke? High profile here, but not as high as those places. And I hate saying that, but it's true.
Losing Ament, look, Ament makes you a better player. I've watched a little bit of him on film. He's a unique player, a wiry 6'9", 185. He looks a lot like Durant. But here, I don't know. I honestly don't know how. I don't know where do you put him? That would be my question. With all the experience you've got back, where do you put him? And can you get him the minute? I think the decision is made on Nate Ament's end rather than it wasn't an Arkansas thing other than the roster's full where he can go to Tennessee, play 30 minutes a game easy. Here, I don't know that you're going to get that.
So it comes down to system versus talent acquisition, which is, in talent acquisition, you get the people and you just figure out what to do with them.
Sure.
System is I needed this and I needed that and I need this and they all need.
Let's say you had an opening for a 3, and I know we play positionless basketball now, but let's say you had an opening for a 3, which they don't. They've got guys that are good enough to play, and you could look at Ament and go, look, man, you're going to play 30, 32 a night every night. Ament's going to take that into consideration. When you look at a team now that's would be 9 or 10 or 11 deep. It's a little bit different now. You're part of that system. Now you have to blend into that system versus being, the guy. And Rick Barnes knows how to, coach the high end guys. And I think that's what it came down to. I think this was an Ament decision. It had nothing to do with Arkansas.
Now, to be fair, because we are all about fairness here, and this is the part when they misquote us whenever we're talking about this. This is the part they will not include. They do have the number 5 player in America coming here, Darius Aiko. All right, so it's not like they're just piecing this together with guys from Maine and Troy. All right, but it's so competitive now, and back in the early 2010s, Cal was the only guy paying people. Now everybody's paying people, so it's a little bit different. And how does he compete at the very highest of high level in this environment?
Here
That's
we go.
The interesting thing.
Texter out of the 479. If Ament was so great, he would have played more than 9 minutes Jordan Brand Classic. Acuff and Moody tearing it up. He's definitely not going to start at Tennessee if he doesn't play defense. That's the bottom line. Okay? Look,
who hurts you?
Well, at this point, it's all opinion. You know this. We've seen high-end guys play in high school who can they can lag a little here and there and get by on raw talent. Now everybody's basically the same. And he's going to have to go in and produce at a very high level at a school that has aspirations of not just getting to the Final Four, but winning the whole thing. How does he fit in? 6'9", 185 is thin. You're going to get bounced. You're going to get bounced around in this league.
Yeah. But Durant was 7 foot, like once.
Different time, different place, different league. Played in the Big 12, which was a bombs away league from outside. At 6'9", 185, he's going to have to stay on the perimeter. He's not strong enough to go in and battle with the likes of a guy like Broom. I know he's not there anymore, but guys like that exist in this league. You're not going to be able to go in there and bang with those guys.
Well, I mean, it's just funny, the coping mechanism we all go through here. And again, I also, at the same time, I mean, you have to be, like in the moment, you have to think something. You can't just say, well, throw your hands up. It's like it doesn't matter. But in a way, it doesn't matter because no matter who puts that uniform on in November, you're going to be cheering for him. 1-star, 5-star, doesn't matter. You're going to be there.
I mean, they're your guys.
So to a certain extent, it is a lot of wasted energy on all this stuff. But here's why it's different with Cal as opposed to, any other run-of-the-mill coach, is that you brought Cal to win these battles more often than not. And, the results so far have been, good, better than you've seen here in the past. But maybe our expectations were way too high that we would get all these guys. Maybe that's what we thought, and maybe that's just not the way it is anymore.
You're not going to get them all. But he does have a really good – those 3 freshmen coming in are pretty good. They're going to help you at the back end of your roster. You've got a good core returning. You've added 2 6'10" guys who you think can help you. Ament would have been a luxury. He's not a necessity at this point. Maybe that's the best way of putting it. It would have been great to have him, but I don't think you're going to lose because you don't have him.
But if you got guys banging threes,
you know how it is.
That's right. That's how it works.
But the official line is that he wasn't good enough to play here,
which is criminally insane. Like, seriously, you need to be put on a 72-hour hold if you believe that. I mean, honestly, you don't need to be driving a car. I mean, not really. That's amazing to me.
Doug at Mount Home, will Sealy play? He'll play. I don't think he's going to get heavy minutes year one, but he'll play. I mean, he's probably your 9th guy.
Yeah. Well, you're going to need somebody. People are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You're going to need somebody to go into that top 9.
You're in a whole lot better shape this year if you suffer an injury than you were last year. If you're talking about bringing, Acuff off the bench and moving him into the starting lineup for 2 or 3 weeks, yeah, you're in much better shape than you were this year, where it was we got 6 guys and that's all we got. So yeah, I think Sealy will play. He's going to have to play him. The freshmen will have to play. They're just not that deep.
Yeah. All right, it's almost 12 minutes after the hour here. Ruscin and Zach. 877-377-6963 gets you in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline.
What? Ethan from Atkins says we never wanted a 5-star anyway. That's true. Yeah,
don't need them.
Well said.
Don't need them.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. You don't need a talent. Just a luxury item.
The luxury.
Having talent.
Yeah,
right. That's all it is. Got the coach. You don't need anything else. Oh man, I don't even know what you need anymore. I mean, everything is so like. Baker Mazar is 25. Good Lord. 25.
Okay.
Wow.
One day, we're going to have college kids actually playing college basketball. Can't wait.
When will that be?
Not real sure.
Professor?
I really thought we'd be out of that phase by now, but apparently
not. All right. Okay. We'll be back here. Yes, AA Ron. He clearly doesn't have the heart of a Razorback. No, he doesn't. Okay. We'll be back here in a minute. You can join us here. We're on ESPN Arkansas and the Hit That Line Now app, which is brought to you by Taco Bell here on Ruscin and Zach. Well, when you're selling a home, what qualities are you looking for in a real estate agent? 2 important factors are reputation and strategic marketing. The Limber Real Estate Group has assisted thousands of clients in making their largest financial investments seamless and stress-free. Jeff recently needed to sell a property, so he reached out to Tara's team. And what truly set the Limber team apart was their willingness to exceed standard service expectations. Jeff was grateful for the professional marketing of the property and the personal attention. The combination of property marketing and exceptional service left a lasting positive impression. So now Jeff is recommending the Limber team to everybody. The Lindbergh team, you go to lindberghteam.com and click on home estimate. Find out what your home is worth in seconds. From the experts at the Lindbergh team, the team I would trust if I was selling my home, the agent with the most 5-star reviews. lindberghteam.com. LIMBIRD. lindberghteam.com or Google Lindbergh Real Estate Group and check out the over 1,000 5-star reviews. lindberghteam.com. lindberghteam.com.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
What is this? Only fans for bored people? Pretty much.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
Sandy White perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite. White perch, slab, sockeye, paper mouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box, as saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings new indulgences like toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's the Lux you want for less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge. And when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Introducing the Azalea
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Built for comfort.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics. So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics. A rabbit and a hat trick. Just that classic rap.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC, BetOnline remains the number one online source for all your sports wagering information. In between games, head over to BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Thanks for watching us here.
Off season. Epic moments that become lifelong memories are waiting to be discovered across Wisconsin. Terms and conditions apply.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season. I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 424 2424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater. What comes to mind? Best steaks, best wings, best salads, best sports bar, best all-around restaurant? You're right on every count. Now, picture where you'll take the family for Easter brunch, treat mom on Mother's Day, or celebrate an after-graduation feast. The answer? The All-American Steakhouse in Springdale. Download their app on Google Play or the App Store to order online for pickup or delivery, or use it to book a private meeting room for business or pleasure. Easy, fast, and convenient. The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale. Great steaks, great sports.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. It's not a sports show. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on the Hit That Line Now app.
We are back on this Monday afternoon. Text us or call us on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Sterling, what's up, man? Sterling?
Oh, nothing much, guys. First, I'm back with... Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. Go ahead.
Okay. First, before I go to baseball, about Cal, can they do the same thing here they did at Kentucky? I mean, I don't see why not. When he was at Memphis at that time, John Wall and Cousins, they were all committed to go to Memphis before he went to Kentucky. I just find it puzzling that we didn't get a mint, but maybe like Jack said, maybe he wanted more minutes. I mean, I would figure that we would pay what he wanted. I figured, but I don't know. Maybe we did get out there. I don't know, but I was surprised that it wasn't Duke or I must admit that. But the guy can definitely play. Man, 180, 185 is light. Yeah. I'm 5'9", I was 185 25 years ago. So that's been a long
Weren't we all?
I know on all the charts. I know on all the charts. I'm obese, and I know that I've been waiting for a fat short store for many years, but all they got is that stupid big and tall. But I digress. On to the baseball team, guys. The baseball team, you can really talk yourself into dire straits with this team against SEC teams not named South Carolina and Missouri. We're 7-5 in the SEC. If you take those away, and I know you can, and you can say that Vandy, that when we played, it's not the same Vandy. So, you can really talk yourself down a rabbit hole with the baseball team. But a lot of it is baseball, and it's a long season for a reason. I'm not concerned about it, but I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media, people arguing back and forth, and two things can be true at one time. You could have some concern if you want to, and you can think everything's fine, and I couldn't say that you're wrong in either camp. The guys are. I'm ready for this most overhyped event, and I ain't talking about the one that just ended, where everything's choreographed. Who's going to win? And now for 2 days they packed. They packed. They always pack football stadiums 2 nights every year at mid-April. How I still don't know. Even though I loved it as a kid, but I mean, I guess the adults is what amazes me. People, you would think John Cena was LeBron, the way people were cussing and fussing about Cena beating Cody Rhodes last night. It's
Sterling,
all over social media.
I never took you for a wrestling guy. I guess.
I'm not.
Okay.
It's all. You can't leave it.
Okay. So you said the event's in mid-April. I'm thinking the draft.
I mean, they even have it on the headline. Oh, but WrestleMania is every year. I mean, I did watch it as a kid at the same time. Okay. They didn't lose the time of it. But I didn't know it was 2 nights. I didn't know it was 2 nights until not too long ago. But apparently they've been doing that for a while. 2 nights packing a football stadium, 2 nights. I mean, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing to me. But guys, and one final thing about Razorback athletics. Do you think we'll ever get to a time where, and I know football pays the bills and you got to be somewhat good at football, but do you ever think there'll be a time that we, I ain't saying concede trying to win the SEC, but I'm saying that the goal will be to win 9 to 10 and not necessarily, and maybe it's already like that, not necessarily is to win it.
Well,
down. I mean, I ain't saying they say it publicly, but
it's not the goal of this administration.
Money-wise.
You have to judge each era on its own merits. So if they ever when they get a new crew in here eventually, well then and they say, this is what we want to do. Well, then you judge it based on that and see if they can do that. The goal of this administration is not to be competitive at the top of the SEC. They want to be in the middle of the mushy middle, and maybe closer to the bottom of the mushy middle. They just don't want to be last. It seems like that's been the charge. It's just don't finish last.
This is a big year upcoming for not just Sam Pittman, but for Bobby Petrino, for Hunter Yurachek, because you let Sam's been here long enough. I mean, we're kind of we're treading water with this. Somewhere around 6 or 7 wins every year. Petrino was supposed to come in and tilt that, and it was supposed to take off. Now, I'm willing to give you a year to put your system in and get your quarterback and get your pieces together. And you're going to have some growing pains year one. This is a huge year for him personally, because all I've heard from the day he got here was that this is the best offensive coordinator in the country. That's a bunch of crap. He's good, but he is not the best. I can give you a dozen guys right now that are just functioning at a higher level. This is a huge year. Doesn't mean he can't get back there. But you can't sit here and tell me a guy who's been at the FCS level is the best offensive coordinator in the country. I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. But here's the other part that this is, if this thing gets sideways in September, they're gonna clean everybody out and start again. Your model is what Indiana did this year. You get the favorable schedule, your non-con soft, which it is not this year, and you can ring up 8, 9, 10 wins. I have high school coaches that tell me, guys in the 7A West, that'll tell me the same thing every year. Look, the conference is, you got to punt on the conference. You just got to get 2 or 3. Boost your non-con. Get 3 get 3 games in the non-con that'll get you win. Same thing applies here. You've got to get non-con wins against named teams. Directional Western Carolina, Alabama, A&M. That's not going to do it. But can you go beat Purdue? You should. Go beat Purdue. Go beat UNLV. Schools that people have heard of. This is a huge year. A huge year for Pittman, for Petrino in particular. He has to have a good year. Has to. Otherwise, you've got to look at it and go, man, we got to start again.
That was a great reel. Turn that into a reel.
Yeah,
that was very good.
Thank you. I was thinking about this over the weekend.
But you're right. You're absolutely right.
When they canceled the spring game, it was like, my first thought was, okay, this thing ain't very good. They don't want anybody to see this thing. But at the end of spring practice, They're still adding guys in. Your roster today is not going to be your roster tomorrow. I'm actually, frankly, surprised that more guys haven't jumped into the portal today. Monday, Black Monday after the spring game is usually when everybody jumps in. So if
nobody got any offers to leave because nobody saw anything.
If you're able to retain retain the bulk of your roster, add a few guys here and there, you turn towards August and I think August 29th, August 30th, whatever it is, that opening day, and start your season. But this is maybe the biggest year of anybody's tenure since this. I'll say it, this decade, because you invested so much in this. Times have changed so much. If this doesn't work, you're going to have to push the plunger and you're going to have to start over again. And starting over could be really, really difficult, because when you bring somebody in from the outside, then the spotlight gets shown on everything that you've done. And people are going to understand what you have and what you don't have.
But the thing about starting over now is, like, you can be at your maximum in year 2. You don't have to wait 4 or 5 years anymore.
Then why hasn't it happened? See,
because this guy's not any good.
I don't believe that at all. And I think if you look at the teams, the top teams, the teams that are consistently good, Alabama, Clemson, Georgia, what do? They retain their A-plus players, and they add a couple of players here and there. They plug gaps.
They don't have any A-plus players.
I understand. But what Arkansas is doing, and it's not an Arkansas problem necessarily. It's a lot of schools go through this, is they're turning their roster over constantly. You can't do that. The model is our teams that are just wildly consistent. Clemson is wildly consistent. It's not a team with a huge NIL budget. But what they do is they retain their players, they make their players happy, and they compete. The teams that are turning over 20, 30, 40, show me a team that has had success in the playoff era, in the NIL era, that turns over half their roster every year.
How long was Cignetti at Indiana? Wasn't this year 2?
1 year. He took 13 transfers.
Okay. Well, then there's like you said, there's the model right there.
Right. Yeah. Indiana is your model. You get the soft schedule, and look, Cignetti's they ducked everybody in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they got fortunate with the draw in the conference.
Had a good team,
but they made hay.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
What you got to do is when you get a break like that, you got to make hay. That's what you have to do, and that's what they did last year with that situation. But I don't know. I mean, I know what this is. I know what this era is, and this is what it is. And it's not improving. It's not going to get worse, but it's not going to get much better. So you have to do the calculus. Is this, how long will this be satisfactory to people? And how long can we financially have people that are just so into this versus when do we have to do a restart? And again, I think if you can with the right candidate, you don't have to do this 5-year plan nonsense.
We can't anymore.
Right.
I mean, you can't.
But, I mean, if 13 transfers and the right coach, and boom, here you are. Like, it can be done.
That was lightning in a bottle. Now, with him, we're talking about Indiana. You got to go do that again. It's not that I want him to fail or anything like that, but, I mean,
nobody wants him to fail, but, I mean,
it feels like with Arkansas, we're on this merry-go-round.
Right.
It's 4 wins, it's 5 wins, it's 6 wins, it's 7 wins, and we're back to 4.
You're not 5. Nobody's rooting against them, but like we got to call it like it is. Like this is what it is. Like we're not here to. This show, unlike others, is not here for pom pom waving. No, we're here to just. Here it is. This is what we think, and that's just the way it is. And we've got plenty of evidence. You have a 31-29 coach or whatever it is, 29-31, whatever it is. It's perfectly mid. It is perfectly mid.
The league also
will be okay for a while, and then everybody's going to get really mad really fast. And maybe this year
the league doesn't get worse.
No, that's right.
You know, you're on a backslide right now.
That's right.
And look, Oklahoma's going to be good this year. Just mark my words, they're going to be good this year. And by good, I'm not talking 11-1. I'm talking 8 to 9 wins for them. They're going to be good.
They have decided this is fine, but what they don't understand is that when people turn, it's going to get very ugly very fast, and there's going to be a lot of people to get canned, including in the front office with this situation. So you're betting on he'll do enough to avoid the major backlash, and I don't know if that's going to happen.
Look, I mean, we can sit here and talk about this. I'm curious. 877-377-6963. Are you confident? Do you have any level of confidence? What is your level of confidence in this thing going forward? Because I don't feel like we're alone. I mean, like the shills are, everything's going to be great. Guys are holding on to their jobs.
But they're basing that on
nothing.
air.
On nothing.
There's no evidence to support that.
Yep.
None. So I think there's a lot of people. I mean, reading our text, this is a lot of people that think about this. So I don't know.
You and I sit in a vacuum. We sit in the office all day. We talk about this stuff. We're not in the fandom, the yo-yo that is the fandom.
I think everybody is hopeful.
Yes,
that it will work.
Yes,
because they like Pittman. They don't know him, but they like him. They are hopeful because people want to see their team win rather than lose.
Losing
That's
sucks.
what everybody wants. Yeah, nobody wants that.
Losing sucks.
But I think that everybody has all of the doubts. Some are more willing to voice them than others.
Here you go. Now this will sum it up for us. Daniel in Uniontown. I have more trust in our government than I do Sam Pittman.
That's not great.
That's not great, Daniel.
That's not great.
That's not where we want. That's not where we need to be.
You see, they've gotten away with it to a point, but maybe this time around, Zach, they've surrounded themselves with enough people in Benton County and Vanderbilt that just don't care about the results, that maybe there won't be the big backlash. But, man, when they lose football games, even last fall, people are mad still. Mm-hmm. So there is that involved in it.
It's when they stop caring that you're losing and apathy sets in. And that's what happened at the end of the Morris era. When you were getting 30,000 at a game, you were reporting that it was 71.
Well, they sold the tickets.
There were 30,000 people in that stand.
Yeah. That's right. Dr. K says when Pittman leaves, they'll get another Pittman. Well, that's the kind of joyous attitude we are looking for.
Bond has more confidence in Dogecoin.
Let me tell you something too. God, here's something that I do like. Okay. The media has gone out of its way. The mainstream media has gone out of its way to talk about how Petrino is different, and he's even played into this to a certain extent. The 2 times a year that he talks to the media, he talks about this is what I want to do, and it's a softer, it's frankly a neutered version of I'm different now. He's all changed. Let me tell you something. I watched this dude on the sideline when Taylor Green took that safety in the Ole Miss game, when they called a 7-step drop from their own 1-yard line, which is a bad play call on the offensive coordinator, by the way. That guy hadn't changed. I do like that. That gives me hope because he's the same killer that he's always been. He's the same miserable jerk that has made him the success that he was. He's still got that in him. I know, he's a grandpa now and he's changed. He's still got that mean streak in him, which
is that going to help you beat Alabama or LSU? Well, I don't think so.
You certainly can't if he's not that.
Okay.
But he has that in him, so you still at least have that. So he hasn't changed like the media says he has, is my point.
I watched Tommy
like
Reese break a phone. That guy couldn't coach his way out of a phone booth.
That's right.
Anger doesn't necessarily turn me on. It does touchdowns. And, the game plan that he put together against Texas was awful. I mean,
you can't call a 7-step drop in your own end zone.
Your guys couldn't block them. But let's call 7-step stuff. It doesn't
from
work.
the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Happened right in front of me. I knew it was going to happen. That was a depressing game. This is a different day, a different thing we need to do. But one of the most depressing things is when you go to the bathroom and you come back and the score has changed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't your team.
Nope.
That is not great.
No.
That is not what we're looking for. Wayne is on the phone here. Yes, Wayne.
Hey, guys. Just want to jump in and kind of give y'all a perspective from I turned 30 Sunday.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
So,
welcome to everything starts breaking when you're 30. They're 100,000-mile warranties up.
That's right. Odometer's
Well, the funny part is I've never broke a bone, and I broke my first bone.
There we go.
When I turned 30.
Welcome, welcome.
But here's my look at it. I was born in 1995.
Yeah.
My recollection of Arkansas football from probably early 2000s on. The reason we're kind of okay with mediocre, we've had maybe 1-2 years in my Arkansas football history that I've been paying attention and watching my lifetime where we wasn't mediocre. I mean, and that's what people, back in the 80s or the 70s or 60s, what we used to be great. my generation don't know greatness.
Right.
Have never seen this football program be great. So that's kind of why I think we're okay with being mediocre now. That's all we've ever seen.
Yeah. That makes sense, Wayne. It really does.
You're just beaten down to the point where it's like, well, it's inevitable.
Right. And you hear the older people, the old heads. Tell us about the good old days. When you're number 2 and you beat Oklahoma and all that stuff. Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, yep. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Wayne. Good to hear from you. All right, we'll come back here. 21 minutes until the hour. 877-377-6963. Has this conversation been dated at all?
Not a second.
Beautiful.
Oh,
might want to
beautiful thing.
Might want to write that down. Yep. All right, we'll be back here. It's Ruscin and Zach.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
Hey, Northwest Arkansas, we're the Lewis brothers here from Lewis Automotive. We've got some exciting news to share with you today. As you know, during the month of March was our ultimate challenge, and we got some big news.
Absolutely. During the month of March, we set a huge goal of cars that we needed to sell, and we're here to let you know that we not only hit that goal, we exceeded that goal. So we just want to say thank you.
Yes, thank you to our employees. Thank you for the families for supporting them during this month. And thank you to the customer for not only buying, but for selling us your vehicle as well.
Northwest Arkansas. Hi, this is Stacy with ProMix Concrete, a division of Ozark Ready Mix. We're a local ready mix concrete supplier, and I'd like to invite you to call our team. We'll provide you high-performance, optimized ready-mix concrete and top-notch service for any and all of your commercial, DOT, and residential construction applications. Call us at 479-480-3060. That's 479-480-3060, and we'll take care of your business. Ask yourself, do you need a mix or ProMix?
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $100,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. A very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Evan Cohen here. When you're on a business trip, you know what goes completely off the rails? Your workout routine, especially when you book a hotel that doesn't have a gym. So what ends up happening? You do a few push-ups and sit-ups in your room, run around the block, or you just skip it entirely. Lame. If you just stay at La Quinta by Wyndham, you'll discover there's a fully equipped fitness center at every location. Now you can wake up and power your buys and tries the right way, or de-stress with some cardio. The choice is yours. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Book direct, LQ.com.
The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater. What comes to mind? Best steaks, best wings, best salads, best sports bar, best all-around restaurant? You're right on every count. Now, picture where you'll take the family for Easter brunch, treat mom on Mother's Day, or celebrate an after-graduation feast. The answer? The All-American Steakhouse in Springdale. Download their app on Google Play or the App Store to order online for pickup or delivery, or use it to book a private meeting room for business or pleasure. Easy, fast, and convenient. The All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale. Great steaks, great sports.
I'm meteorologist William Morrison with your 4029 Get Weather Forecast. Skies remain mostly clear tonight in northwest Arkansas. By sunrise Tuesday, temperatures will be in the low 50s. Sun and some clouds are on tap for our Tuesday. Daytime high temperatures will climb to the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Tuesday's overnight temperatures will fall to the mid to upper 50s by sunrise Wednesday. That's your Get Weather Forecast only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. Welcome to the entertaining portion of the broadcast day. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Ruscin and Zach shows that streamed to 158 countries, 50 territories, one chain of unincorporated islands. Friday, we were streamed in Yeehaw Junction, Florida. To it's hitthatline.com. Got one of them Google Play Alexa things. Just say, hey, play ESPN North. Or you can get us on the now running like a North Korean car Hit That Line Now app.
So I was watching. The dogs hate the storm, so I was up all night, all weekend with the dogs. And these weather people are on TV like all the time. This one guy was at the station for like 36 hours straight.
That's crazy.
In the same tie. Like, so how does that work? Like, are they off for like 3 days now?
Bill, you work
like,
on TV.
How does that work in this day and age of budget cuts and TV going?
Well,
local TV going down the tubes.
Let's go to our Bill.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Right.
You're going to fit right in. Would you repeat the question?
I was asking, since the weather people were working all weekend, like you get like 3 days off because they were working all weekend.
No, the comp days to use at a later date.
That's dangerous.
Comp day. I'd love that. Good, right?
Uh-huh.
Every post game we get a comp day. Pretty good.
That'd be nice. That'd be fine.
Can't use it, but it's nice to have
he waits for a text saying there are no comp days.
No, I've read the handbook. I know there's no comp day. I believe that. Yes. All right. Well, good on them. I know people gripe and complain about that stuff, but it's awfully important. I mean, and then yesterday there wasn't even a tornado warning and one hit Fayetteville. So I mean, hello. You talk about how important it is to be paying attention to this stuff.
Huh?
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. So I appreciate those people.
Oh man, they were working. They were working really hard. Now, did y'all get the alarm went off 1:15 in the morning?
When was
the
that?
tornado warning? Okay, so
when was that?
It was 1:15. It was Saturday morning.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was awake already, and then I heard the siren, and I'm like, uh-oh. So then I sat up, and then our phones went off, and everything started screaming.
My general, I guess, workflow through that is try not to die of a heart attack when that thing goes off. That's one.
It's very startling.
It's
but it's
jarring.
effective. But it's effective.
It is. I immediately turn on the TV. I flip Darby on, and I see Darby has his sleeves up. Okay, right. I know this is serious. I'm watching this. Now, I am hearing the alarm go off. My daughter does not budge. Slept through the whole thing. Like, I was afraid, like, something happened. I was going to have to go pick her up and carry her to our safe place.
Well, you don't have to do that with the dogs. When the storm is 10 miles away, they start to, get fidgety. And then, of course, when the thunder happens, they're going crazy. I was up with them most of the night. very exciting. And that's when you get them to calm down, another cloud start all over again. It was maddening to a certain extent. But I don't think anybody got hurt. I know some stuff got messed up, so that's at least nobody got hurt. I guess.
Yeah, that's that thing went on 115. I thought the world was ending. Just shot straight up.
Yeah.
And what was crazy is like where I am, we didn't get a drop of rain.
Yeah.
Not a single drop. No wind, no nothing. Mile and a half away. Totally different.
I did see a trash can knocked over in my neighborhood.
Okay. Nothing. We got zero.
Yeah. Very localized.
Really was.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, there you go. So shout out to those people.
Yeah, they're working out there. They're out there working hard.
Yeah. They're exhausted when the guys I was watching. He's like just sitting there, I was watching the YouTube thing because there's nothing on TV at 3 a.m. So I was watching him do the thing on YouTube, and you could tell they're exhausted when they go, well, it's 3:30 in the morning. We are here monitoring storm. Like when they give the time that it's so absurdly early or late, depending on which way it is.
It is.
That's when they're like, okay.
It's also a sign you've been up too long.
Oh yeah, that's also.
Like I wait till it passes, make sure we're good, and then I go back to bed.
Right.
Which took 3 hours.
Right.
I think I went to bed right around 4:15, 4:30.
Some of the weather people now, they take texts like we do.
Yeah, that's a
They
bad
put a
idea.
number on, you can text them. So the guy's got to answer texts on the air. The weatherman, not your text. Like you've been texting Darby forever.
Yeah, I
bad
annoy
weather.
him. I annoy him during the weather. He's like on the air. He's like, can't do it right now.
Right.
Great question from Abner. Is Bill contractually obligated to lay on Zach's car during a tornado too? Or is it, Bill, I'm going to need you to check that. It's hailstorm only.
Yeah, and I'm not touching your car. Not going to happen.
Man.
I know.
Hard to go through Waldron yesterday, so I hope Big Mike's okay. Haven't heard from him yet today, but he usually wakes up right about
But
now.
if it took out the chicken, would we be all that upset?
Well, it's a missed opportunity with the no one got to eat the chicken.
GE points out we've got really weird weather up here in Northwest Arkansas. We had the chicken plant snowstorm. Oh, Bill, we had a snowstorm. What was that? In February?
I think so. Yeah.
We had a snowstorm that it snowed in maybe half a square mile, like quarter. Yeah, somebody had
Coming out of the factory was mixing with the very cold temperatures.
They
and
put some
causing
steam up in the air
right,
with the front that was going through, and then
I was going to say, you say that we did have, it was in Colorado Springs. There's a Drake power plant, and the conditions would be just right. And the power plant kicking off all that steam, you'd get off the highway and you'd go through a little snowstorm for a block or two.
That's weird.
Yeah. Just
that's really weird.
Man-made.
What happened?
Unintentionally. No,
but they said it came from South Fayetteville, and you can see the swath it came through, and like we were right in the middle of it. I mean, 800 yards that way, 800 yards that way, nothing.
That was
Tommy
fun.
thought I was lying.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Look, there's snow on the ground.
No,
it was like a blizzard, blizzard
in like a
very localized,
very small
I mean,
area.
like over where Shiloh is, it was sunny at 74.
Yes, right,
ridiculous.
All right, let's see here. Okay. Dexter's not into the weather talk. We'll move along.
Fine.
Okay. Not giving us much to work with there. Okay.
Today, by the way, the 35th anniversary of the release of the single most old Field of Dreams.
The 35?
35.
I thought it came out in 89.
According to the internet.
Oh, God.
36, excuse me. 36 years.
Thank you. I was right again.
According to The Sting, which is a reputable Twitter site.
Usually, yeah, that's right.
36 years ago. Horrible.
Yeah, you don't like Field of Dreams.
No, I expected it to be on par with the greats of all time. The way it was built up to me. And then we've got, what's his name, Moonbeam or whatever, trying to jump in the truck with Kevin Costner to travel back
Archie
in time
Graham?
to go look for ghosts. I mean, come
Moonlight
on.
Graham?
Yeah, him.
Moonlight Graham.
Just incredibly stupid premise.
But you didn't like it.
No, I didn't.
Moonbeam was a Zappa kid.
That's right.
You did. Even though they shot it at Fenway Park, you didn't like it.
Yeah, The Town is the best movie ever shot at Fenway Park.
Okay, all right.
No, Fever Pitch, then The Town.
Okay. You didn't like it.
Here's somebody says I'm a Costner hater. That's not. I love Bull Durham. Bull Durham's a great movie.
So you're anti-Clooney. You're not
Yeah,
anti-Costner.
I hate George
And
Clooney.
by the way, you were anti-Clooney before it was cool.
That's
all
right.
It's cool
Yes.
now to be
Yes.
anti-Clooney. You were anti-Clooney a long time ago.
That's exactly right.
Long time ago. Anti-Clooney. All right, we'll be back on ESPN Arkansas, and they hit that line now app. You may need a lawyer. Well, which one do you pick? Because they all say the same thing, right? No win, no fee. Call this number. Blah 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 blah. Well, you need to choose somebody who has over a decade of experience in injury claims and lawsuits. Someone who used to defend the insurance companies, but switched from the dark side. Jackie Mock and Mock Legal Solutions will use her experience and insider knowledge of the insurance industry to get you the money you deserve. MockLegalSolutions.com. Real advice, reasonable price. Okay, stay with us. Something we told you about. It's coming true. It's coming true in college football. That's coming up. Stay where you are.
Hello, I'm Chip Scarborough in the 4029 newsroom. The National Weather Service just confirmed a tornado on 4029 News. We are enjoying a nice and quiet Monday across our area after an active stretch of weather. A crisp blue sky with temperatures reaching the mid to upper 70s in most places. Meteorologist William Morrison will let us know how long it'll last coming up on 4029. And the world is mourning the loss of Pope Francis. He died Monday morning, just a day after an Easter Sunday appearance. He had only recently been released from the hospital after a bout with double pneumonia. More tonight on 4029 News. I'm Chip Scarborough with this live local late-breaking update.
At Mosquito Joe, we're constantly looking for ways to make your outdoor experience better. That's why we always use the latest technology.
Technology? To get rid of bugs?
Well, most mosquito treatments only eliminate mosquitoes that are around when it's applied. But did you know, at Mosquito Joe, we use products that are microencapsulated, so they continue to work for weeks after our technician leaves your property.
Now that's pretty cool.
Yeah, at Mosquito Joe, we love making outside fun again. Advanced products, top quality service, and all done with a satisfaction guarantee.
Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
Spring is here and Gentry Public Schools is blooming with energy. As the district of choice, they provide a world-class education with a small-town feel. Their dedicated teachers, strong community support, and innovative programs help every student connect, learn, and succeed. From academics to athletics, fine arts to career readiness, Gentry Public Schools prepare students for a bright future. Learn more at gentrypioneers.com and follow them on social media. Gentry Public Schools, where tradition meets excellence. Go Pioneers.
Mother's Day and graduation weekend are here. Make it unforgettable with Richard's Country Meat Market in Fayetteville. Serve up gourmet burgers and sausages, fresh kebabs, and premium upper choice and prime beef, from tender fillets to juicy chicken breasts and slow roasted prime rib. Start strong with Richard's famous dips, then round out your meal with home-style sides and sweet apple pie. Make it easy, make it delicious, make it Richard's. Located 1 block east of College and Rolling Hills at 3042 North Market Avenue and online at richardscountrymeatmarket.com.
Needing an electrician? Call the pros at Mr. Sparky. All of our certified electricians provide 5-star electrical work. If you have problems with an outlet, blown fuse, ceiling fan, need a panel replacement, or even a safety check, we've got you covered. Day or night, 24/7. And all of our work is 100% guaranteed. You can trust your electrical work with Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
It's the time of year all about stepping up to the plate and making every play count. And when your vehicle takes a hit, you need a repair team that knows how to rally. Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body has been family owned and operated for over 40 years and is proud to be iCar Gold Class certified, putting them in the elite 15% of collision repair shops nationwide. For expert repairs that get you back in the lineup, Call Courtney Hollingsworth Auto Body at 479-751-3801 or visit CourtneyHollingsworth.com.
Indigo Sky Casino invites you to come experience pure gaming fun and winning excitement. Indigo Sky offers it all. Beautiful, luxurious hotel rooms and suites. Live entertainment on weekends. Chef-created entrees. Come win your share of over $1 million total cash and Go Rewards prizes. Friday, 6 to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash. Experience why Indigo Sky Casino is the premier gaming destination. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri. IndigoSkyCasino.com.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Hey, it's Zach from the Ruscin and Zach Show. Derek, can you believe the Crane Automotive team is having us on location again? You'd think they would have learned their lesson the first time.
We give the people what they want. We'll be live Friday, April 25th at Crane Buick GMC in Springdale. You're the Prince of Springdale, right, Zach?
Something like that. Come see us at 6372 West Sunset Avenue. Please bring us snacks, drinks, anything else we might like. Bill, do you want anything?
Well, how about a good show for once?
Ruscin and Zach live at Crane Buick GMC this Friday from 2 to 6.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruscin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruscin and Zach starts right now.
We're back. 877-377-6963 here. The Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Ruscin and Zach with you. What a day.
Yeah, it has been so far.
Hockey Corner coming up next hour. The Stanley Cup playoffs are underway. The NBA playoffs are underway. The Knicks have a big one tonight.
Yeah, they do. Things were not looking good. Over the weekend, but a 21-0 run will get you back in the ball game.
That'll fix some things.
That will get you back on top. The Devils sucked. No,
one goal.
Not going to mince words on that.
Yeah. We'll get to all of this.
Yeah, can't wait.
All of this is coming up. Devils play tomorrow night.
They do.
Ooh, they play at 5.
Yeah,
we get to see a period of this here
in the house of horrors that is Carolina. They always go. They can't play down there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's
what their record is.
Not good. They
look that up.
Not good at all.
Be fun. All right. So, they are. Here's the way I see this. Okay. If everyone and their brother is so excited about when we get stuff wrong, then when we get something right, we have to trumpet that because no one else will, right? Like this is the way America works in 2025 is with you're wrong, ha ha ha. But when you're right, nobody says anything. It's crickets out there. So we have told you for 5 years now that the college football playoff is not a legitimate sporting event. It's not a legitimate sporting exercise. It is a television show. And decisions are based on that factors into the decisions that are made.
Absolutely, it does.
So now they're going back and forth and they're trying to figure out how to do this thing moving forward with the playoff. And this is from ESPN from Heather Dinich, who covers the college football playoff beat. And This is a piece of the article today as they're talking about plans, and the Big Ten and the SEC want all the seats, and they want to leave everybody else out and all that stuff. One plan is having conferences earn automatic bids through their play each season, a model in which each Power Four league can earn guaranteed spots through a combination of its team's overall records and maybe even TV ratings, according to a source, could be presented.
You know what this tells me?
We're not even hiding the TV show thing anymore.
Well, it tells me that argument came up in this go-round and that Greg Sankey lost, and all he's doing is pointing to the regular season television rating saying we bring the most eyeballs. So
and that's true.
We're no longer interested in getting the best teams. We're interested in getting the most fans, which is a stupid way of going about this. But when I read that this morning, the first thing I thought was this came up this time around, and now they want to go and change it.
More than it usually does.
That's right. So what we've
done.
done.
ESPN has a big seat at the table here.
They do.
And they got to have big numbers to justify paying $1 billion for this
and
thing.
who are their business partners?
The SEC.
The SEC. I mean,
that's right. Yeah.
That's the thing, and it's the little guys are going to get cut out more and more and more. Yep. You're going to see. I can't believe that we're going through this after 1 year. I mean, we have 1 year.
Yeah,
we have 1 year of data on the college football playoff. We don't know whether or not the buys are a bad thing. If the way that we're doing it's a bad thing, we have 1 year of data.
So I'm looking forward to the football season when this plan, and on Tuesdays is when the committee rankings come out. But then on Mondays they'll have to release the Nielsen numbers.
Yeah,
so we can see who had the most watched games. And Texas was up there again. Man, that might help them out in the poll.
Well, what will also be funny is that when you get those television, we're looking strictly at television ratings.
Right.
I don't know why I don't know what we're doing anymore.
Well, you're not going to want because I'll just tell you, the SEC network does not do ratings. So if they put this plan in, you're not going to see Georgia or any of the big Texas. They're never going to play on SEC network because they're not going to want to.
No.
Well, we don't have any data to turn in on this particular game. But on ABC, 5 million people watched this game or whatever.
Well, you think Arizona State's getting in? No, Arizona State. I mean, I'm just looking at Oregon.
Getting 900,000 viewers versus 5 or 6 million. Of course, not.
SMU's not getting an at-large.
Oh
bid.
Lord, no.
They're trying to push.
They are
everybody but their own properties out.
You know what's becoming less fun about this job is that when we started even 6 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, like they would say all the right things publicly, and then you had to come in later as the host and be like, well, what they're really doing is this and this and this. But man, when they do all the icky stuff right in front of your face, like there's nothing to say on the backside.
There's nothing to mask anymore. We said it early on. It was a TV show, and it's going to be the biggest brand names. What they did was they went and they looked at the NCAA tournament, and they said, this thing pretty much went chalk. The Final Four was one of the most widely viewed Final Fours in recent memory. Hey, that must apply to football. So let's blow up what we did for, we worked all of this time to get to the college football playoff, a 12-team playoff. To hell with it. Let's blow it up and let's rewrite the rules. Are we going to do this every year until Greg Sankey is satisfied?
Until the SEC gets 6 teams in.
Okay.
Yes,
if that's the goal. Look, the SEC wasn't the best conference last year. I think that's fair.
Correct.
Okay. So why are we just I don't know. I think we're heading down a very dangerous road.
We're already here.
I mean, it's just going to be the SEC Big Ten Challenge eventually in the college football playoff.
But people will watch it.
I don't know. I don't know. I think
somebody will watch. As my dad said, if it's on TV,
somebody will watch it. Somebody will watch it. I think we're in very dangerous territory because the college football playoff is not part of college football. It's its own entity. They make their own rules.
There's also no soul in this sport anymore.
Well, no,
there is no soul anymore.
Army Navy is about the only soul that we have.
That's it.
That's pretty much all we got.
No soul in this in any of this thing. And it's starting to, it's very slowly starting to erode. Now, it's not showing up in the ratings, but, but I feel like it's slowly starting to erode this is what, I've talked about this before when I heard Ryan McGee talking about this. This is what happened to NASCAR.
It is.
NASCAR lost its soul and turned off all the diehard fans and got a bunch of these corporate muckety mucks in there that go to the races and
Now,
everything.
I'm going to use some words here,
Okay.
and this is not directed at anybody in particular, but I went through the whole thing. I mean, from August all the way to the last week in January. You didn't. I went through the whole thing, and I got to tell you, by the time it got to championship night, I was tired. The fatigue had really. I mean,
You
I
didn't
understand.
even play.
Yeah. I mean, y'all don't understand, but I mean, by the time, for those of us that have made that journey, it is a long, long process, and I can understand why people weren't all that turned on. And college football's national title game is never going to do Super Bowl type numbers because college football is tribal. If you are an Oregon fan, you're not watching Ohio State, Notre Dame playing the national title game. You don't care. If you have money on it, yeah, you'll probably watch it. But if you're a Texas fan, if you just lost, you're not watching that game because you're still pissed off.
Lane is asking about is ESPN really this powerful more than Fox and CBS? I feel like one of them could come into this and be like, well, I mean, they had their opportunity, but they weren't willing to pay the pay for the rights.
Fox had the BCS for a while.
Well, CBS had the SEC, and this last go-round, they let it go and let ESPN have all of it. So, yes, ESPN is that more powerful because they have the most valuable properties. They have the SEC. Fox has a valuable property in the Big Ten, though.
They do.
And then, the Big Ten split some things up here, kind of the hockey model for broadcasting, and they've got a little on NBC and a little on CBS. So ultimately what goes into the pile is going to be more than the SEC payout, which it has always been and probably will continue to be.
It was too much. When your national title game is being played the week, I think it was the week of the conference title games in the NFL. Maybe
it was Inauguration Day.
Okay, we're
January 20th.
Way too far into January. Yeah. I mean, I know we're talking about 20 days. That's 3 weeks. That season went on. It was too long.
The unintended consequence of this is that even people who don't have a team, for me, I'll just speak for me. I have a hard time focusing on college basketball until college football is completely done. So there's 6 weeks, and then NFL until that's done, which is into February. So now, it's hard to really dial into college basketball until late February, and then March, and then it's over. Like this sport, which is 4 months long, I think a lot of people are into it for like 4 weeks.
Yeah,
and that's it, because football is taking up all this extra real estate. I don't know if anybody else is that way, but that's how
I don't know if you're. I mean, you have to be a real hardcore college football fan to watch when your team gets bounced, or if your team was ever in it. College football is tribal. The NFL is different. The Super Bowl is an event. It's an event that's ingrained in our culture. I don't know that college football has and the sport itself is so messed up that I just think a Monday night in the middle of January is a terrible time to put a game on. Sunday night, a little bit different. Captive audience. People are at home. It's a little bit different. Monday night, people got stuff going on. I was at a basketball game.
Yeah.
It's
different.
Yeah, it's a different animal. They haven't quite mastered that. I still say the season's way too long. But, hey, you got to pay the bills, and college football does it. No.
I'm just giving you the money sign. That's why it's so long.
I know, and I understand
more
the
inventory.
root. I understand the root of all of it. But again, having gone through it, it's long, man. You're exhausted.
It's so soulless. Man.
It is.
You don't know who was on your team. You don't know. You're just like the old Jerry Seinfeld thing. You're rooting for the clothes. You don't know who's in there. You don't know anything about.
Don't care.
Between the fact that you get a new roster every year, and the fact that you have to pay to get the insider, you have to pay to get like a featured story on somebody, as opposed to you had to pay to get a newspaper in the old days, but now you have to you want to see a feature on somebody. They're putting up a lot of they're putting up hurdles that weren't there before in terms of, and so
you're also expected to be there. The advertisers they expect you to show up, and they give you nothing back. They give you nothing in return. Here's the game. That's what you get. You talk about the articles and the access. We're paying. But are we really getting a quality product?
The only time you get to know people is when they do a feature on them on game day.
Yeah.
And they don't do that about every player on every team. So you know those people, but you don't know, anything about, and there's so many great stories out there that are just going by the boards because, you can't. I sound like a dinosaur here.
No, you don't. You don't. I think you sound like regular people.
But here's how media day used to work. All right, they would set up a chair around the entire. Every player had a chair in the in like the indoor building or in a lot. You go in the locker room, and what would happen is you go up talk to anybody. And so, God rest his soul, Bob Holt would go talk to some like long snapper or left tackle or something, and you'd get the guy's story, and then there's a 2-page feature at some point. And, I know. I feel like I know that guy because I read about him and read about how he grew up and stuff like that. Well, now you don't know any of that stuff.
No, you don't,
unless it's been selected by ESPN College Game Day or whatever. You don't know. You don't get these stories or whatever.
Well, there needs to be a happy medium between fans and game and players. There's got to be a happy medium. Right now, it's all entities and players. Fans have been kind of left behind. You're just expected to show up and cheer and give them your money. The return, the ROI on a lot of that is very, very low, in my opinion.
They think, like most of the country, they think the media is out to get them, so they severely restrict what the media can do. But I mean, some people would want to tell a good story, and if there are good stories in there, they want to tell them, and they're not out to get anybody or ask, hey, why does this guy suck or any of this other stuff. Some of the less skilled people who have usurped their way into the quote-unquote media have ruined it for the skilled people who, win awards and can actually, write stories and features and do that kind of stuff on TV and all that stuff. But some of the hacks from the fan sites who now pretend to be, they've ruined it for the other people. Now nobody gets to go do any of this stuff. And as a fan, you don't know who the hell these people are when they run on the field. You're like, hey, that's our team. Yay! Who are they? I don't know.
As long as they're wearing red or white, I mean, you're pretty much know who they are.
The good thing they've done is that at least since nobody knows who's on the team, they have given you like the mini
card.
The program is free.
Hey,
they do give you that for free.
Okay.
You do get a free roster when you show up, so that's good.
Is it right?
I hope so. I don't know.
That's always the question. Is my roster correct?
It's always a good question. You never know. All right, 877-377-6963. On the Lewis Automotive Group hotline here on Ruscin and Zach. I hope that wasn't too crotchety, but I mean, it's different, and I don't know if it's better. It doesn't seem like it is. But, the ratings are high, so what do we know about any of this stuff? People are watching it. Hey, let me tell you about Roback, the brand that's redefining comfort. The best hoodies and joggers, polos, performance tees. Roback is about best fit and best feel. The fabric quality is buttery soft, stretchy in all the right ways, and ridiculously comfortable. The Azalea collection is live right now, also a limited edition drop you won't want to miss, along with other spring golf collection. It's at Roback.com, RHOBACK, Roback.com. Use the code RUSH25 at checkout for 20% off your first order right now. Roback.com, RHOBACK. Roback.com, code RUSH25, 25. You get 20% off hoodie, joggers, and more at Roback.com.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
That is my sense of humor coming across.
ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com. Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
White perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacalé.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing.
Bobby Garland, America's favorite, white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box, the saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings new indulgences like toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's the luxe you want for less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Introducing the Azalea
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Built for comfort.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets.
Check out our
Original
latest
beats and
drop.
real live MCs. Playground tactics. So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick. Just that classic rap.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC, BetOnline remains the number one online source for all your sports wagering information. In between games, head over to BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Thanks for watching.
Business owners, are you overpaying for your website, dropping thousands up front and shelling out more than $95 a month? Stop the madness! With Modular Orange, you get a custom-built, fully managed website for just $95 a month. No hidden fees, no headaches. They write it, build it, launch it, update it, and secure it so you can focus on your business. Ditch the overpriced hassle and go simple. Visit modularorange.com today. That's modularorange.com.
Hey y'all, it's Melinda at Fantasy Sports Cuts. It's time to step up to the plate and get a big league haircut at Fantasy Sports Cuts. Whether you're gearing up for the game or just need a fresh cut, our all-star stylist will have you looking like a champ. Kick back in our big comfy chairs, catch the game on our ATVs, and enjoy a cold beer or root beer while we handle the rest. Book online at fantasysportscuts.com or call us at 935-3116. Walk-ins are always welcome, but if you're on a tight schedule, we recommend booking ahead. Fantasy Sports Cuts, where every haircut is a home run. Located at Mission and Crossover in the Harp Shopping Center.
Every great team has its core players, but when the season gets tough, adding the right free agent can make all the difference. The same goes for business. At Robert Half, we found that 67% of companies surveyed plan to increase their use of contract talent to handle workload peaks and backlogged projects. With Robert Half's specialized recruiters experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can quickly find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Hey, Northwest Arkansas, we're the Lewis brothers here from Lewis Automotive. We've got some exciting news to share with you today. As you know, during the month of March was our ultimate challenge, and we got some big news.
Absolutely. During the month of March, we set a huge goal of cars that we needed to sell, and we're here to let you know that we not only hit that goal, we exceeded that goal. So we just want to say thank you.
Yes, thank you to our employees. Thank you for the families for supporting them during this month. And thank you to the customer for not only buying, but for selling us your vehicle as well.
I'm meteorologist Wayne Morrison with your 4029 Get Ready forecast. Skies remain mostly clear tonight in Northwest Arkansas. By sunrise Tuesday, temperatures will be in the low 50s. Sun and some clouds are on tap for our Tuesday. Daytime high temperatures will climb to the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Tuesday's overnight temperatures will fall to the mid to upper 50s by sunrise Wednesday. That's your Get With forecast only on 329.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. We don't read the headlines. We make the headlines. This is Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
Your news is brought to you by the Good Chair because there was nowhere to sit. Get the Good Chair exclusively at the Stadium Shop. Stop by. Tell Robert Errol Mann that Joe Bonamassa sucks. Going to be seated in the Good Chair. Baseball team dropped 2 out of 3 to Texas A&M. They're 3 full games behind Texas. Arkansas heads to Gainesville, Florida this weekend.
To say that. It's very negative.
I know.
Don't read the standings.
But
But Arkansas's in front.
Texas is coming up here in 2 weeks. Nate Ahmed, the number 4 high school player in the country, chose Rick Barnes over Arkansas, Kentucky, and Duke. 6'9", 185-pound Ahmed is a consensus 5-star. He will play for Tennessee next year. Arkansas football.
You weren't supposed to mention that
I'm
either.
sorry. Well, okay. Arkansas. Well, you're not going to like this then. Arkansas football got a few more portal commitments over the weekend. Linebacker Trent Whalen, he rolls in from Kent State. Defensive back Julian Neal, he's coming from Stanford. He'll bring the team GPA up. Shakur Smalls, he's from Maine. Defensive end Philip Lee heads from Troy. All pledged to the Razorbacks this weekend. None of these players can block Bryce Young. Georgia got 3 transfers on Sunday. Elo Badozi, outside linebacker from Army. Illinois running back Josh McCray. Miami defensive lineman Josh Horton are all tops at their position. And Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava officially went to UCLA, announced that on social media. The Ruskin and Zach X
For a
polls.
lot less than $4 million.
That's correct. That's why Nico's dad was our bum of the week. Brought to you by Crane Automotive. Your Ruskin and Zach X polls brought to you by no one in particular. When you're about to meet someone for the first time, do you ever get pre-annoyed? I do.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you know this person's about to piss you off. 74% of you said yes. Is anyone else concerned that today's youth can set up all the electronics in your home yet need help making toast? 74.8% of you said yes. Asking for a friend. Someone logs into their streaming account on your television, doesn't sign out. You can use that, right? 89.8% of you said yes. Those are your Ruskin and Zach
I need
X
to
polls.
try that.
Brought to you by no one in particular.
I need to try that.
Try what?
Well, I need to get Netflix again.
Why?
There's stuff I want to watch on there.
What?
I don't remember at this time, but there's stuff on there.
Like what?
I don't remember.
Television
Yeah,
shows?
Well, no.
Like
No,
movies?
No, like
documentaries?
just I don't know what it is. There's stuff on there, and I want to see it.
We've known each other a while, right? We've known each other a while. At least 7 years. We've known each other. When you get bored, you start buying things. You have these grand ideas. Not that. You have these grand ideas that this is going to solve your boredom. And it's not. You have enough television in your life that you don't need another streaming service. Why would you waste the money?
It bounces around. Like there's a minute where you're watching shows on this one, and then those shows end, and then you got to get the other one.
Cancel one? Like, would you cancel one to get Netflix?
Yeah. You know where they get me? That damn Disney bundle. They got me.
Yeah, you got to stop.
You know, when they give you one, but for $1 more, they'll give you 2.
Yeah, you got to stop doing that.
They got me.
It's breadcrumbing. It's cocaine. They just keep giving you just a little bit more, and you keep
They
falling
know what
for
they're
it.
doing. They got a pigeon right
Bill,
here.
How many streaming programs do you have?
I have Hulu plus Live TV.
Okay.
But once Hulu got bought out by Disney, I also get the ESPN Plus and Disney Plus.
Okay.
The bundle.
You got bundle.
No, but I get that at no charge for now. And I don't watch them, so I don't care. Eventually, I'm sure they'll want to charge me for that. But if it goes away, I'm okay. I'm just cool with the Hulu Plus Live TV.
See, what happens is he gets bored. He sees a commercial, and he'll go, "Ooh, I want that." And then next thing you know, he's logging into Netflix.
I want to watch the new season of You, the Joel Goldberg.
Did you watch the last season?
Yes.
You did?
Yes,
That was horrible. When he was in Paris.
It wasn't the best, but I was committed to it. By God.
When does it come out?
I think it's this week, into this week, I think.
Bill, have you watched You?
I have not.
we make a lot of references to people being trapped in a box.
That's right.
That would be from the show
The
You.
Joe Goldberg box.
He's a serial killer.
But
he has a nice smile and he's pleasant about it.
Right.
The last series that I kind of binged was Goliath.
Okay.
It's really just Landman, only he was a lawyer.
Okay.
Landman is really good.
He likes Landman.
Well,
like
and
Landman?
I would like to see Landman. I've seen all the clips on, I like the lawyer. She's hot.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Bailey in Springdale's texting. Just have your dad pay for it. He has plenty of money.
Yeah, he's not doing that. He doesn't know how. He has one. He has YouTube TV. That's all he has.
Here they come. Arturo wants to know how your coloring books are going.
Oh, stop it, Arturo.
The last time he got
Stop
bored,
it.
he bought coloring
You
books.
stooge. Stop it. Leave me alone. I don't know where those are. I think they're in the closet. I think that's where the
Oh,
coloring books
no.
are.
I'm sure.
By the way, you can't
So
use
you're-
crayons on those
You're
things.
you're getting Netflix simply to watch the season of You. Will you?
Okay, listen to
Will
me.
you cancel it as soon as that's done?
Probably so.
Are
Yeah,
you getting the NFL ticket again?
Probably so, yeah.
You have enough television to keep you busy.
By the way, who else at this table will watch one show on Netflix and then cancel it? Thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Thank you.
But-
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
now I'd like to I would like to read something in my own defense. Asking for a friend. Someone logs into their streaming account on your television. You can watch it, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is
Who's got Netflix?
for a on the living room TV, the woman that watched the house when we were gone last June, she left her Netflix on.
Oh, then what are you doing?
Well, I at first when you do it, I feel shame. I'm like, ooh, I got to turn it off. Whoops. But now, enough time has passed. A, I wonder if it still works on that TV.
Oh, it does.
And B, well, there you go. That fixes my problem. I'll just create a profile. There we go.
Gilligan's texting. I've been in Mexico for a week, so I'm behind. Did you all sign Ross Buckingham? Solid. Bill, Gilligan, Bill.
I'm Ross Buckingham.
What he did to me was terrible. So you have Netflix. Have you logged in? I mean, now's the time to look.
I'm going to look at it when I get home.
If You is the only reason that you're getting Netflix,
I'm going to look at it when I get home.
I think you're justified.
I'm going to check when I get home. On the living room TV.
Because guess who has Netflix in my house?
Well, then why don't you share the login?
I don't have the login. That's the thing. Is I don't have it. It's logged in.
All right.
Zach doesn't have emergency crayons and coloring books.
You never know, man.
No,
you
don't.
never know.
Now, Abner pointing out you can sell that TV with free Netflix for big money.
That's true. You put it on Facebook Marketplace, Netflix included. You can jump the price $100.
Yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah.
People are that dumb.
Yes.
Oh, I did. Wow. Here I go, underestimating the populace again.
Now, Bill, at one point we did a survey that 75% of our audience had been to jail. Nate from the 870, you got to watch it guilt-free. I got Disney from one chick and Netflix from another. Had them both for over 2 years. The apps, not the women. Logan in Lavaca points out they're starting to charge you for how many screens you have for streaming services. Ain't charging me.
That's right.
Well, you just haven't gotten caught yet. I can only do 2, and then somebody will get kicked off.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And I have 2 TVs, one in the bedroom, one in the living room. Or usually both
You have
on.
2 TVs? You're rich.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. Thank you.
I've seen this before. It's a rerun. You've seen it. It's brand new. All right, we'll be back here. It's 28 minutes until the hour. 877-377-6963.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Bill?
I'll start it again.
Here we go. Let's try this again.
Text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
Hey, it's James Teague with the Teague Law Firm. I'm excited to be back on Halftime with Phil and Matt Fridays at 12:15.
Funny Benny story where we're both freshmen and I'm just trying to stay on the team, and he's obviously, we got the Benny fandom going on during batting practice, and there's a pop fly. Well, I kind of go all out for it, and me and Benny collide. And he's trying to get real reps to actually do real baseball stuff. I'm just shagging BP, and I saw my career flash before my eyes.
Only on ESPN 99.5.
He struck him out swinging.
For years, Mosquito Joe has been the go-to service for mosquitoes, ticks, and fleas all across Arkansas. Making outside fun again for Arkansans is our passion. But over the past few years, there's been an increasing problem outside.
Fire ants.
Bingo. They're everywhere now. And if you've ever gotten to a pile of them, and I'm sure you have, you immediately know.
Outside is not fun.
Yep. That's why Mosquito Joe is now providing fire ant control. Just one more way Mosquito Joe makes outside fun again.
Visit arkansas.mosquitojoe.com.
Hey, man, after this round, let's hit up BV65, that new barbecue spot in Bella Vista.
I thought that was a members-only place.
No, it's just like golf. All 4 Bella Vista POA restaurants are open to the public. You can check out BV65, Lake Point, BV Bar and Grill, and Highlands Pub and Patio.
Well, let's go. I'm starving.
Bella Vista POA, 4 great restaurants open to everyone with no membership required. Visit bellavistapoa.com/things-to-do/dining for details.
Dog Party USA has been voted the best boarding and daycare facility since 2007. Located in the heart of Northwest Arkansas, this woman, veteran, and locally owned business has everything your pup needs to have a great time. With 5 acres, indoor and outdoor play areas, an agility yard, and a swimming pool, there's something fun for every size dog. Trained pet care technicians supervise play groups 7 days a week, equipped with the latest air purification technology and cleaning protocols to keep your dog safe. Visit the website at dogpartyusa.com for more information.
Is your lawn looking like it hit the snooze button one too many times, weeds creeping in, grass barely hanging on? It's time for a makeover Lawn Pride style. Our 7-step program does it all, from kicking weeds to pampering your lawn with the nutrients it needs to thrive. Thicker, greener, and yes, way healthier. And here's the kicker. Your first application is free when you sign up for 5 or more treatments. Free! Ready to turn your yard into the envy of the neighborhood? Trust Lawn Pride, because your lawn deserves a little TLC. Visit lawnpride.com to kick off your lawn's glow up today. Lawn Pride, professional care, unbeatable price, and results that'll have your lawn singing.
Hey gang, Blake Young here with Wood Power Sports. Currently, we are overstocked on select Polaris, Honda, Kawasaki, and Can-Am product. If you're in the market for a new side-by-side, ATV, or motorcycle, come see us soon. We're about to blow these out, and I can promise you they won't last long. Also, these products are high-demand products, not your typical on-sale stuff that no one wants. Our deals won't be beat, and your buying experience will be unmatched. We look forward to serving you. Wood Power Sports, solid name you can trust.
It's time to celebrate. Foghorns is turning 21 and they're kicking off the party all month long. Whether you're catching the Hogs on TV or watching any big game, Foghorns has you covered. Enjoy happy hour every day from 2 to 6 with $3 domestic bottles, $3.75 drafts, and lunch specials starting at just $9.99. With 40 flavors of wings and tenders, fresh burgers, and hand-breaded apps, there's something for everyone. Thank you, West Arkansas, for 21 amazing years. Foghorns in Fayetteville, Springdale, and online at foghornswings.com.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn ever since I turned 40. I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think you could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, our fellow Arkansans. If you have had it with marketing gimmicks, fear-based sales, and a lack of consideration for your valuable time, then please give Ward & Son Plumbing a call or text at 479-305-9943. We provide fair pricing and timely services to all your plumbing needs. That's Ward & Son Plumbing at 479-305-9943.
ESPN 99.5. It's Ruskin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
It's wrong tone. Do it again. I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
It's the dog at the end that gets me.
I know. It's hilarious.
I love it.
Welcome back here on ESPN Arkansas. Although I'm welcoming you back. You didn't go anywhere. We did, but whatever. That's what you say in broadcasting world. So that's what you do. All right. Yeah, it is.
Is that what we do?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it. Say the words.
Don't
dummy.
think, just throw.
That's right. Don't think it. It can only hurt the ball club.
That's right.
That's lesson 1. Your drive home around these parts here is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle. Or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
Thank you, Mr. President. And for all you other suckers, too bad.
Look, another player's rung the bell. That means he did his personal best.
When I'm in that final furlong of life, and I'm on the ventilator, I want you all there cheering me on.
Right.
Go, die. That's where I want you all there.
That was good. It was dark. It's good though. Now I told Zach about this earlier, and I'm surprised you didn't know about this because this is a baseball thing. We love odd souvenirs.
We do.
So this story appealed to me because it's about an odd souvenir.
Okay.
I think we need to maybe we could all throw in on this. They're selling pieces of the Tropicana Field roof.
Yeah.
$15. Are you in for 5, Bill? I'm in for 5.
Yeah, but you'd have to care about
the Rays, and I hate the Rays.
Well, we got odd stuff in here. We don't care about the Adelaide Crows, and we got their stuff in here.
Yeah, we do. We're a house of crows.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Don't care.
Yeah, we
Although
do.
they were on the other night when I was up with the dogs.
Guess
going
who
crazy.
watched the Crows at 1 a.m?
I did.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you need the $15, sure. I'll help you out.
$15 for a piece of the.
What exactly are we getting for $15?
A piece of the roof.
Okay.
From Tropicana Field that was destroyed by the hurricane. I'm trying to find a link to this somewhere where I can see the. But yeah, here's a guy. There's a picture of a guy on this front office sports post, and he's holding like a square piece of white, whatever that roof, plastic, whatever that, and a certificate that says Tropicana Field.
Let's see if I've got this straight. First of all, the Rays have no fans whatsoever, and they're going to charge me whatever for a piece of a roof that was blown off during a hurricane?
Right. Yeah.
No.
It looks like he's at the I think he's at the stadium. I don't think you can I think you have to be at the stadium to buy this.
Nuggies.
Now, it does say here that the piece of the roof has not been authenticated by Major League Baseball.
No way! Get out of
But this
town!
could be any old piece of white plastic or
It
something.
could be anything. Wow. So we don't actually know if it's a piece of the roof. It could be something from another part of from downtown that was blown out there by the hurricane.
Someone could have just went to Home Depot and bought some material to start cutting it up into squares. Selling that. We don't know.
Now Abner's got an idea. What if we bought some of the pieces from Tropicana and tried to seal the hole in our ceiling?
See? Now
we're talking.
That's thinking 3-dimensionally there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
You don't like that, Bill?
Nuggies.
Abner, Bill, Abner.
Abner exists to ruin all of our lives, Bill. I just want you to know.
Yeah, he
he
does.
exists to ruin our lives.
He
makes it not fun because anything you say, he's going to turn
can
it
and
into
will be
something.
held against you.
Right.
Why would I go somewhere with a bunch of other dudes just to look at one pair of Magumbos? I ain't doing that. I can do that at home.
That's Peter in Australia.
From
The
Australia.
Adelaide.
Yeah.
All I could think about when the Adelaide Crows were on TV at 1 o'clock in the morning Saturday was, I wonder if A, Peter is there, and B, how drunk is he? Because it was a home game for the Crows.
I'd like to fill that question. Yes, and very.
Okay, good.
Yes, and very. Justin says to be careful and make sure and get it authenticated because you might just be buying a Walmart trash bag.
Well, that's right. That's what I'm saying. It could be anything. Or you just go cut up some fiberglass.
Do you think the Rays would stoop to that level for
Yes.
$15?
I would. Yes.
Okay.
It's sports. Of course they would.
It is.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that. So you wouldn't be interested in owning a piece of the roof?
Look, if it was like Dodger Stadium, if it was a Pac Bell or Oracle or whatever they're calling it this week, if it was the old Oakland Coliseum, yeah, probably. The Trop? No thanks. I've been to the Trop.
Not an iconic enough venue for you.
I was in Florida. I went to 2 Red Sox games on a Friday, Saturday. The Trop sits in a parking lot, asphalt as far as you can see.
Beautiful.
You're in the middle of like St. Pete, beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida, and there was just this asphalt parking lot that 7 people go to, and this building, which is god awful.
It's an ugly building.
It is an ugly building. It is a terrible place to watch a game. It's quiet. It's not. It's like going to a funeral home.
On Google Images, it still has a roof on it.
Well,
so that's how not
okay.
updated those are. But yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, there's the big parking lot, and there's some more parking lots. It's right off 175. That's convenient. It's right there.
Russell Mountain Home wants to know who's singing "Waltzing Matilda." That would be Joe.
Yes, directed towards
Peter.
Right. Yeah, like a tribute, a nice little tribute here. That's it. All right. Well, I just thought you like odd collectibles.
I like odd collectibles. I'm totally cool with that. I don't know that the Trop, like if you were selling like pieces of the facade or something like the old Memorial Stadium facade, all right. I mean that's fine.
Oh, what about this? Did you hear? Did the Mavericks do this? The the Pirates did this. You know how when you build something in sports, people can buy a brick, and they put it down on the ground. The butthead in Pittsburgh, they started taking up everybody's bricks.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? As if there wasn't enough bad will between fan and owner. Now that the people bought those bricks, they took them all up.
Yeah. Oh, God.
All right. My dad's on the phone.
Right.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hey, your sister can run by and get you a piece of Tropicana Field. She can take care of it for you.
Yeah, we don't even have to pay for it. We just send her over to the parking lot.
Yeah, exactly.
I can pay when I'm there in a month.
Okay, number 2, I have a question for you guys to discuss.
Okay.
Is revenue sharing going to levelize the playing field for SEC football?
No.
Yes or no?
Levelize?
No. That's
No.
a lie. That's a
no.
lie they're telling you to make it sound good.
That's number
To sell
8 of
you
my
hope.
It's number 8 of my talking points.
The haves are always going to be the haves, and the have-nots are always going to be the have-nots in that sport.
Oh, I'm so disappointed because I thought I had heard the savior of football was coming in rev sharing. You mean it's not true?
No.
I hate to break this to you, but no, it's not true.
Oh, my gosh. All right, well, that's all I've got there.
What'd you shoot today? What'd you shoot?
78.
On the back?
Yeah, and that's with 2 mulligans, just for you, Zach.
The PGA Tour does not get mulligans. Live doesn't give you mulligans. Why are you taking mulligans?
Were you playing music out there, making everybody mad?
Yeah, are you playing the music, playing Judge Smales rules?
I did take the Bluetooth speaker with me, and I did have some classic rock playing. I had y'all playing for a couple of minutes, but the commercials are too loud.
Oh, well, hey, Tommy loves that. You want to get paid, don't you?
Yeah, I know how the deal works, but it was one of the 12 today, so it couldn't be passed up.
Yeah, I think I've explained that before. My dad believes there are 12 perfect weather days in every year, and the caveats are 72, sunny, little to no wind, and today was one of those.
You know what? I get it now. This makes perfect sense. The acorn has fallen not far from
73 here. It's one of the 12. You're doing this.
That makes perfect sense. Yeah, but it's a little windy outside.
Oh.
It may be windy up there, but it is a Chamber of Commerce day here.
Cart path only?
Arkansas. No, sir. We didn't get very much rain last night. The tornado went over us without causing
You hillbillies are driving your carts on the fairway?
Of course.
Oh, my God.
Heck yeah.
What kind of pasture pool are you playing?
Well, why don't you come down sometime and you can come check it out?
I don't need to.
Why don't you
told
do
me
that?
everything I need to know. You're playing pasture pool. You're driving the carts on the fairways. No respectable golf course does that.
Every respectable golf course lets golf carts out the fairway.
You're not driving at Augusta on the fairways, are you?
It's not Augusta.
Not doing it at Pebble.
Yes, you do at Pebble.
No, you
have
do
an
not.
option at Pebble. Oh, yes, you do.
No,
I
you
have
do not.
been to Pebble.
You walk
yes,
that.
You do. You do walk it, but you have the option to take a cart, and it goes out in the
No, that's a
fairway.
profiling thing. If you say, yeah, give me a cart, you get kicked out. You're not.
No, they'll take your $600. Trust me.
You're not getting it back. I mean, you're not getting the 600
Oh,
back.
no.
It's like going to a
no.
game here.
No,
They'll take your money.
Gavin says it's cart path only at Springdale, a real golf course.
I could tell you that at Pebble, having the caddy is the experience of playing Pebble anyhow.
What's good in your little golf group? Is it 8 feet and in? Is that good?
Oh no, we have to put them all out. We don't have gimmies. We have to put them out.
You playing with like those big frisbee-sized holes?
Like men.
No. We literally, you have to put everything out. There's no gimmies.
The way the game should be played.
Russell from Mountain Home says,
right.
what kind of city person is wearing shoes on a golf course?
Shoes, golf shoes? I mean, tell Russell to take a lap.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. He's handing out laps now.
Yep.
Who deputized you? Really?
My God.
I mean, if Russell's going to say something stupid, tell Russell to take a lap.
Now, which tees do you hit from?
I play from the gold tees, the senior tees.
Really?
Yeah, I'm 67 years old, soon to be 68.
Why don't you just go up to the red tees? Just, completely give up.
Parents are old. I can't believe.
Yeah, they're
this.
old. They're very
I can't
old.
believe.
When I get to 80, if I'm still able to play golf, I will get to go to the red tees.
What's going on here? Who's messaging you?
What jail are you leaving?
That's your mom. That's your mom. She's probably wondering where I am.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Well, your age.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Tell them you're at the original.
Yeah.
Tell them you're getting
She wants stuff. I'm coming home today, so
No.
I'm sitting in the driveway, and I'm literally sitting in the driveway.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. Well, you better get in there. It sounds like she's hungry or something.
Sounds like I need to go check in, huh?
Yes, I think you do. Yes.
Okay. Well, call your sister. Get you some.
I'll text
her
her.
to run by and get you a piece of sheet metal.
Yeah, text her. We get a piece of the roof.
I'll text her.
Okay.
I got you.
Good talk. All right.
Okay. All right. Later.
All right. That's my dad, everybody. Here on Russ Goodzak. The other Russ Goodzak. I guess because he thinks the name is on the show, it also counts to him. And he'll start.
Remember the day we had him on and he just took over?
Yes, I do. That's why he's not on Everegg anymore. That's what it is. If he wanted to pursue this, he should have pursued this. This is my thing. His thing is golf and selling.
Bill,
stuff.
how do you feel about Nelson and Bill, or Bill and Nelson?
What's a Nelson?
That's his dad.
Oh,
I guess it would be Bill and other Ruscin. I mean, trying to get us a day off here.
Well, he enunciates, so I like him.
Okay. Yeah. Now, just to give you a little background, at his reception, your dad, I think it had a couple, and he walked up to me and
he did.
Oh no, he's just normally like that.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, no, he always shoots his mouth off.
I'd have rolled with he'd had a few. He rolls up to me and I asked him how his retirement was going. And he just said, "I got plenty of money." Like, all right,
at the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, rehearsal dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was paying for that thing. So.
Yeah. Oh no, he was rolling 20s out. I'm gonna pay for this in cash.
Well, it does sound like every day is Saturday to him.
It is. It is.
Except Sunday.
You know what he does?
What
It
he
pisses
says.
me off.
What he says.
You know what he does this and it pisses me off. Every Monday, he will post on his Facebook account. He and I are associates, and he will say, "Hate it for everybody going to work on Monday." That's right. I'm retired.
Oh, he's spiking the football.
Oh my God. He lets us know that he doesn't have to do anything. So wrong.
Yeah, maybe you need to keep some of that to yourself. Say it. Maybe that's what you need to do. Oh man. All right, it's 9 to the hour. You're driving by Mr. Sparky here on Russ Goodzak. You see what I have to deal with?
Yeah.
See what happens? Wonder why I'm crazy?
Why do I have to deal with it?
Well, because you're sitting right there. Gavin wants to be like my dad someday.
Why?
All right, Gavin.
No. I mean, you don't need to be loony or anything.
Oh wow, that was fun. But I'm glad they. What did he talk about? I don't even remember now. Blocked it out already.
Wow, really? We were talking about the trop.
I know the golf. Oh, the trop. That's right. Yeah,
you want me to text your sister and see if we can get a piece of it?
Yeah, why not? Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I like.
I'm going down there.
Your sister's hilarious.
I like her too. I'm going down there in a month.
There's a lot of childhood trauma that Derek endured. His sister used to take his Muppets and put them in the freezer.
Well, that's true. She attacked me with a mini baseball bat.
That is not. But you're leaving part of that story out. The part where you attacked her.
That did not happen.
That's what she's
inaccurate.
Now
that's wrong.
I believe her.
Okay, sure. That's right. Good.
I believe her. Your mom backed her up, too.
Well, not for nothing. You lost me at Muppets, just so you know.
Well, who was it? Animal?
It was Animal.
Yeah, Animal got
baby Animal.
Oh, if we lost you at Muppets, wait till we tell you about Mix 96.
Mix 96 going strong. KMIX Cersei. Man, broadcasting to most of the house, and that's it.
God.
Oh, man. Pete in Tawnytown, sitting in the driveway listening to the radio before going inside to the wife. Relatable.
Pete.
Here you go, Pete. Oh, man.
Gavin says golfing every day with plenty of money is literally his dream.
Are we back on we back in good relations with Tawnytown now?
Yes.
Okay,
actually,
good.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Yeah, Bill, how do you feel about Tawnytown?
It's there.
Okay.
All
See?
right.
Yeah, that's an upgrade from
That's
where
what
we
the
were.
sign should say.
Yeah.
Welcome to Tawnytown. It's there.
We're here.
We're here. That's right. Love that. That's a good slogan for the town fathers or everyone to adopt. I like that.
Guys, I got to go through there later.
Isn't it full of gangsters?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's Hot Springs.
Yeah, that's Hot Springs.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Hot Springs.
Yeah. Capone was down there in Hot Springs. All those illegal casinos they used to have. Back in the day. Now everything's fun. All right. Speaking of casinos, Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports betting app, and if you'd like to make a little wager on your favorite team, Bet Saracen is right there on your phone. Get in on all the playoff action right now, plus football futures and all that stuff's on the Bet Saracen app. Go to the App Store and download Bet Saracen, or go to BetSaracen.com. App Store, Bet Saracen, or BetSaracen.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Chip Scarborough in the 4029 room. The National Weather Service just confirmed a tornado hit the west side of Fayetteville on Easter Sunday. And right now, some people in the Humont Village area of Fayetteville are cleaning up damage. Meantime, Mulberry is another community dealing with the aftermath of Mother Nature. 4029's Jacob Murphy and Brett Rains are on top of all of it for us on 4029 News. We are enjoying a nice and quiet Monday across our area after an active stretch of weather. A crisp blue sky with temperatures reaching the mid to upper 70s in most places. Meteorologist William Morrison will let us know how long it'll last coming up on 4029. And the world is mourning the loss of Pope Francis. He died Monday morning, just a day after an Easter Sunday appearance. He had only recently been released from the hospital after a bout with double pneumonia. More tonight on 4029 News. I'm Chip Scarborough with this live local late-breaking update.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird, Limbird Real Estate Group, has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours, or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruscin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Superior Fence and Rail, one of the largest fence companies in the country, is here in Northwest Arkansas. Superior Fence and Rail can custom chain link, wood, or vinyl fencing. Superior Fence can custom install ornamental iron fencing with powered automatic gates with access control. 12 months, same as cash financing, is available. And Superior Fence and Rail warranties all of their work. Superior Fence and Rail, 479-439-1096. 479-439-1096. Or go online to superiorfenceandrail.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Get your yard game ready with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Ego has nearly 200,000 5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard. Power your tailgate. Power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
It's our 47th anniversary at Burton Pools and Spas. Make your backyard the go-to spot for family fun. Get the Aruba fiberglass pool for $44,900 or the Corinthian for under $53,000. Plus, rectangle saltwater pools only $49,950. Give your kids a summer they'll never forget. Limited spots available. Hurry in for these exclusive anniversary sale savings at all 3 Burton Pools and Spas locations. Burton Pools and Spas. Water for a better life.
KAKS Goshen Fayetteville. This is ESPN Arkansas. Coming to you live from the Crane Automotive Team Studios. Covering the Razorbacks like no one else.
The one thing that the coaches and the people who are opponents to talk radio are totally right about is it is by nature a negative process. Losing is better than winning.
Derek Ruskin.
I want to talk to the idiot who put that moron on the air.
Zach Arns.
I think this building should be condemned. There's serious metal fatigue in all the load-bearing members. The wiring is substandard. It's completely inadequate for our power needs. And the neighborhood is like a demilitarized zone.
Like it or not, another hour of Ruskin and Zach starts right now.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
We're back. Happy to have you. Did that sound convincing enough?
Yeah.
Happy to have you with us. Hey. My radio voice. This is ESPN Arkansas. I know it doesn't sound like ESPN, but it is.
It
ESPN
is.
Arkansas.
Promise.
Get that line now app, which is brought to you by Taco Bell. The drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky.
Need a licensed electrician to service your home? Give us a jingle, or just use this one.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
For local pros, call Mr. Sparky.
Nuggies.
Woo pig.
He loves that word. Loves that word.
You'll want to stop talking around here because, I mean, it's just,
it becomes a
going to
thing.
turn into a thing.
Die.
All right. What a weekend. What a weekend. If you're just getting in the car because of your miserable job is over and now you'd like to talk about anything else, well, we've talked about it all today. They canceled the spring game and no one really complained.
Nope.
So that was something. Ament went to Tennessee, so Cal didn't get that guy. But he did get the number 3 player in Acuff, so that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Right?
Can't get them all.
But Ahmed wasn't that good anyway.
No,
so
no. He was overrated.
He couldn't find his way on the floor.
Nope, not here. Not here. Too much talent.
God, that was boring.
Let's see here.
Baseball dropped 2 out of 3, but hey,
regular
season doesn't matter.
They've lost 4 out of 6 in the league, but you know what? The league's really hard.
Yeah.
And
Regular season's.
You know what's not hard? The postseason.
No. Postseason's been very, very easy. That's why they do it.
That's why anybody can just win it. It's just so easy. Yeah, that's right. Good Lord.
Anything else?
Those are the high points, right? The football got a bunch of what do you call it? Signees from the transfer portal.
Oh man, they got them from traditional powers.
Yes.
Maine, Troy, Fresno State, and Stanford.
Yes, they got all that.
I feel like Julian Neal's here to boost the team GPA. That's why you bring somebody in from Stanford, right? I mean, unless you're McCaffrey
Do they
or
still
Elway.
keep up with that stuff?
What? GPA?
GPA.
I mean, somebody does.
You think so?
Yeah, because you got to put out a social media post at the end of the year.
Yeah. Okay. You got to put that in. You got to put that post down.
Oh yeah, everybody's got to put. Everybody's got their social media post.
As far as the baseball thing goes, like this is April. This is what happened. We're like 40 games in, and the sport beats the crap. Well, you know this. This is your favorite sport.
Yeah,
it beats the hell out of you.
It does
because 7 out of 10 times you fail, and that's if you're great. You know, if you're not great, 8, 9 out of 10 times you fail. It beats you down, man.
Well, you're going to go through lulls, and you're going to have. And the thing and this is a very minor thing. I don't like the way they're getting beat. Their mistakes. They're losing.
That's right.
They're they're losing games that you're in and you shouldn't lose. You go in and you get beat 20-4. You had an off night. There's just little things when games get tight, things kind of slip through their fingers.
Right.
And granted, the injury is a problem because you've had to reshuffle not just your lineup but your infield. Right. There's just something off about them right now. Now you can go down to Florida and get 3 in a row. Everything seems right. But as somebody pointed out on the text line earlier, Georgia and A&M are the 2 best teams they played, and they've lost
2-4.
They're 2-4,
right?
And now you're going to go play Florida, who's not playing great. But I guess a week from Thursday, Texas rolls in, and you're chasing them, and they look really, really strong.
Yeah.
So that bothers me a little bit. I don't know that it's one of those things where you're like, oh, this, like people on the internet, this team's cooked or sucked. No, I'm not there. Just saying,
that's very rudimentary, frankly, ignorant analysis of a nuanced and complicated thing, a baseball season. It's very complicated. Streaks, you go up, you go down. We were talking about Iredale last weekend at 0 for 18, then he gets the hit. So like it's a lot more intricate than, well, this team sucks. Or this team's going to that's the way the internet has dumbed down sports into, well, we're winning it all. No, we're not. We'll fire everybody. Well, like it's so dumb.
Jamie from Van Buren points out that Vandy swept Georgia over the weekend. And you're just, this game is weird.
It doesn't make sense.
It does. There are just days where it doesn't make any sense. I just don't like the idea that you're losing games on mental and fundamental errors. That bothers me, and those are things that are correctable. They're things that you can get back. It's just we've seen this before, and that just gives me pause. That's all.
If you lose and play well, okay, baseball.
Yeah, you lose 8-7, they hit a walk-off bomb. All right, fine. No big deal.
When you lose and play poorly, that's the thing that's like you can't, that won't go. That won't go. Yeah, because if you play poorly against any opponent in that sport, SEMO, TCU, doesn't matter. You'll get beat. Then where are you?
We're getting a bunch of texts about Tennessee. Listen, Tennessee is celebrating last year's title. This is classic Vitello. Spent the offseason living it up.
Oh, yeah.
Hitting all the mamas
the mayor of Knoxville.
He is. He was at every bar and he's the grand marshal of every parade. They're obviously going through some sort of swoon. Now, Texas A&M seems to have figured some things out after a very slow start.
But it's also April.
Yeah,
and
it is.
These things, they happen in April, and then you figure out a way to get out of it by middle May, and then you're off and running into the postseason. So that's but to say you can't be. It's just so disingenuous and phony. To 1 week when you're number one in the country, tell me how everything's awesome and we're going to Omaha, and then a week later they lose 2 games and this team sucks. Like, you don't know what you're talking about when you say things like
those
that.
are the fringe fans. Those are the people. Those are the.
But they make the most noise.
They do. They're the instant analysis fans who don't know the game, don't understand what's going on. Look, 90% of whatever their issues are at the moment are things that they're not talking about.
I got a question for you. I got a baseball question. The starting pitching is sus. Okay. They get off the rocky start.
Yeah.
It's a lot of they exert a lot of energy early in these games. How big is that they don't have a guy that can just get a 5 and that's it?
What are we steamrolling towards, Kevin Kopps? Where you've got one guy that you trust, and he's got to give you 7, whether it's 7 on the back end or 7 on the front end for you to feel confident about where you are.
It's like they built the team this way. We just have to tread water pitching wise. And then we're just going to build the biggest lineup we can come up with. And for a while, for 30-some games, they were scoring like 12 runs a game. So it worked. The formula was working. Now everything has been thrown into, nobody's comfortable now because you lose Souza. People are having to move around, doing different things. And they'll get comfortable again, I think, at some point.
Well, yes, and
the talent is there to be successful. I don't know how successful they will be.
What do we know about the way that the last couple of years have gone? Is when they get into the regionals or the supers, is when the pucker factor starts.
Right.
This year, they can mash their way out of it, and that is something that they have not had in a while since Kerstad was here, where they could just look. They'll win a game 11-10. I don't know that you want to go to Omaha trying to win games 11-10 because that ballpark is huge.
Right.
You're not going to. I mean, you play in a bandbox over at Baum. Going to Omaha, the park is so much bigger. The power alleys are bigger. You're not going to just lift one on a check swing into right field and poke it over the fence. They can mash their way out of the regionals and the super regionals. Omaha's a totally different thing because everybody there has good pitching. And how you manage this. So one thing I hate about the setup of Omaha is you can have, like in Major League Baseball, you know who your starters are going to be 5 days in a row. In college baseball, man, it's all over the place. You're just trying to Johnny Holstaff this thing unless one of your starters can go out and give you a really top-notch 6 or 7 innings. And that very rarely happens. Because by about the 50th pitch, and I'm not as well-versed in the college game as I am in the in Major League Baseball, but you get to about pitch 50 is when the starter's either going to be able to go a little bit further or he really starts to fall off. And sometimes it's before that, but that 40 to 50 pitch window is when the pitching starts to fall off.
That or the third time through the order.
Yeah.
The first 2 times, okay. The third time is when it seems like people figure stuff out.
You want to talk about your condescending text from Skeeter in Portsmouth. My life is so much better when I decided to stop letting a bunch of college kids playing a game determine my attitude for the week. Skeeter, let me tell you something. I've got your texts during football season. Is this a new revelation? Is this something you've come to since Missouri got bounced from the tournament? My brother in Christ. Do not come at me with this.
Yeah.
Bailey wants to know, should we book rooms for 3 days in Omaha or 2 weeks?
Oh, man, whatever you can put on the card, man.
However much you get, just book it all. 2 weeks.
Whatever you can put
Bill,
on the card.
You approve of that? 2 weeks over in Omaha? You got to turn the mic on.
I did. That stinks.
Yeah, I told you. I'll get some W.
I was going to say get an Airbnb instead of a hotel, but sure, 2 weeks.
All right. Yeah, there you go. Just Airbnb it. Something with a pool, because it's hot out there.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so there you go. So there's your baseball. All right, calm down. Right. Here you go. Here's the text. All these pretend smart baseball geeks thinking the season over. They play 2 seasons at Crowder College, and they light up the X in the message board. Real fans know ball. Real fans that know ball listen to this show. That's right. Yeah, the fans don't. No, we don't know ball, but the fans
not a clue. No, not a clue.
Like 2 years at Crowder, you think you're an expert? That's funny.
Hey, Jalen Beeks went to Crowder,
and he went to the show.
He's still in the show. He's down in Arizona.
See, there you go.
He's down in Arizona.
I'm not knocking Crowder. We're knocking the people who didn't make it to the show. That's
Bailey wants to know, does Nebraska have an Airbnb or is it just a tractor shed? Now here, Abner says, Bailey, get the tattoo now and beat your friends.
Yeah, there's also a certain level of, karmic playing with fire on this stuff.
Oh,
like you don't touch the money.
You know what? That has nothing to do with anything.
You don't touch the money.
It has nothing to do with anything.
I was happy to see that Missouri is still winless in conference play on their quest for 0-30.
Folks, they're going to
made it to 18.
They're going to do it.
I have high hopes.
This is the most.
Who do they have left?
This is the most interesting thing in SEC baseball is whether or not can they lose them all.
And then one in the tournament, they'd lose 31. That'd be awesome. I would love it.
It'd be awesome if in the tournament they got hot and won a couple.
yeah. Watch them win the damn thing.
I mean, I do root for chaos 99% of the time.
Yes. Hilarious.
Yes. Let's see. Missouri has left. Well, they just got swept by OU. They go to Alabama. Lost. They have Georgia at home.
Lost.
They go to A&M, and then they host Mississippi State.
They've got a chance.
They could lose them all out.
They could lose, but they're going to win one.
Dang it. Yeah. They almost had Oklahoma Thursday night, and then OU ended up scoring 12. It was a comeback effort that came woefully short. So there you have it. All right. What are you looking at me for? What?
We're going to have a show meeting as soon as this break ends.
Show meeting?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You didn't do anything.
Oh, okay. Are we in trouble?
No. You remember that thing we did last year over at the ballpark? You and me?
Oh, yeah.
It's happening again.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, you got scuttlebutt.
I do.
We're not in trouble. It's scuttlebutt.
No,
all right.
We are very much not in trouble.
I like that.
Bill, this involves you. We'll talk about it during the break.
Hey, another thing. Yep, it's going on. We haven't talked. Are you excited about it? It's draft week. It's draft time.
I'm not.
You're not excited.
Not
about
at
draft
all.
Week?
Not at all. I think my question is who's the biggest? Who's going to fall like a rock? Because you know how the draft goes. Somebody's going to move up, and all of a sudden the pieces start getting moved around.
The guy that just had his number retired.
See, I'm with you on that. I think people are going to back away from him, even though they need quarterbacks. I think they'll go in a different direction to try and trade back. The team that gets stuck with him is going to be in real trouble.
What's going to happen if you take him? It's the Jerry Jones effect. Anytime anything happens, they're going to interview Dion and ask him what he thinks about what's going on. So you've got that to deal with, in addition to trying to turn a franchise around and win football games.
Right. No.
It's like every time something happens with the Cowboys, well, what does Jerry think? And
they're going to go to Dion.
They're going to go to him every single time and ask him about it.
Bill,
we're going to have to deal with that.
Bill, we're being told your plan for leaving the mics off is better than my plan where we leave the mics on. So you're cool there.
Okay, good to go.
Cool. Much better than my plan. This whole Travis Hunter thing where he'd rather go do something else that if he doesn't get to play both ways,
I don't buy that.
He's an average wide receiver. He's a mid. He would be a third-day selection as a wide receiver. He's okay. His real value is as a corner and a kick returner.
Right.
If you draft a corner and a kick returner number one, you got problems. You got.
Well, he's not going number one.
No, he's going to go in that top 5-6 range.
Right.
Shador's should drop mid-first round. He shouldn't be drafted in the first round. Guy that takes that many sacks, that throws that many bad balls, should be. He's a developmental quarterback.
But the first round picks are not about. They're not on merit. They're about scoring points, whether it be scoring points with your fans, with whatever it is. Rounds 2 through 7, that's when you're actually trying to build your team, make smart decisions, stuff like that. The first round, particularly now that it's on its own night on Thursday, it's more about show business in a lot of ways than now the organizations do take it seriously, and those are the ones that are always drafting in the 20s. The organizations that do not take it seriously are always drafting in the top 10. Funny how that works.
Yeah, it's really weird. Look, the best football player in the draft is Abdul Carter. Regardless of position, Abdul Carter, defensive end, Penn State's the best player in the draft.
I think the biggest news is that you see the people of Green Bay really just don't care. This is going to be compared to Detroit and Kansas City. This is going to be a horrible presentation.
Or Nashville, where all of Broadway was just a sea of people.
Yeah, this is going to be ugly.
Yeah, it's going to be. But I mean, it's hard to get up there.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a downtown area or a populous area. You got to go all the way out there. It's not in Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's a weird. I mean, I understand having it in Green Bay. It's kind of the small town America. I mean, they're going to get 50,000 for this thing, maybe
on the first
day, and then it's going to dwindle after that. I mean, I'd hold it in the Packers Hall of Fame. That would be my choice.
I mean, they're going to try this, and they'll make it look like a big deal. And then they'll go back to
Dr.
Vegas or whatever.
Ashton Genty is good too. Yeah, he's fine. He's also a running back. That's not a premium position in the NFL.
Yeah, he's got
Abdul Carter is at a premium position.
He's got to go round 2, right, Genty?
No. The Raiders were saying today that they're going to draft a running back. Yeah, it's the Raiders, man.
Oh, it's the Darren McFadden curse all over again. We're going to take a running back.
For Ashton Genty.
We're going to take a Heisman finalist in the first round again. Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, boy. All right, the drive home inspired by Mr. Sparky here on Ruscin and Zach. What does this say? Bob and Branson has observed something about the cycling community today. We like to talk about the cycling community. This guy is walking his racing bike in the road. And yes, there's a huge sidewalk right by him. And yes, he has logoed tights on. Maybe he got hurt. I don't know.
I got to ask, Bob, what did the logo say? Got to ask. First of all, if you're wearing logo tights, you have a fundamental problem.
No. Walking the bike down the road. Get out of the way.
Well, the bike's got to go on a walk too. It's like walking your dog, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I almost where was I? I saw like 6. Oh, I know. I was driving through Lowell, right there by the Harps on 265, right there, right off the interstate by the 2 gas stations. And there were like 6 of them waiting at the light. Like, oh.
Would you allow me a moment?
I will. You have all the
Reaper in Kibler has texted in. Penn State had 2 of the best players in the country, Abdul Carter and Tyler Warren. Not to mention Drew Aller, a top 5 pick. I love Drew Aller. Nobody can throw an interception like that guy.
Did.
I love Drew Aller.
Yeah.
Right to Christian Gray. Late over the middle. Thank you. You're right, Reaper. I love Abdul Carter. Tyler Warren's fine. But
there was more of that last year than we've seen in a while. But late over the middle throws across all of football.
I don't know what the hell Aller was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Think they're bulletproof.
Yeah.
That's still a bad decision, no matter what your skill
Rule
level
number 1.
Just because Mahomes can do it doesn't mean you can. All right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Steph Curry can shoot from 40. You can't. All right?
Steph
It's going to be an air ball.
That's correct.
It's going to land in the lane, and you're going to look embarrassed. It's not going to get close. All right? Don't do it.
God, when he threw it, I went, like my first reaction was no. And then I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Christian Gray came up with the football, and it's like game over. Game over. It was over.
Yeah, I remember that. I think I don't know if we were having this discussion on or off the air last week, but my favorite playoff memory was Kirby Smart throwing a fit when the special teams guy did that.
He
thing
can't do that. He can't do that.
He can't do that. He can't do that. He was pointing his finger, yelling, "He can't do that," and he definitely can do that.
Yeah, he definitely could.
Gilligan texting in. Christian Gray, wasn't he in that movie with Don Johnson's daughter?
Oh, shut up. No, Christian Gray. Look, now is that Dr. K?
That's Gilligan.
Gilligan, when Christian, first of all, Notre Dame's got the best secondary in the country. When Christian Gray rolls in here, you'll know. You'll know. You'll know.
Is he going to bring restraints?
Well, he's bringing Adon Schuler and Leonard Moore with him. Yeah, I get that.
You get it?
I get it.
Good.
I get it.
Right. You got to. Boy, if you're calling that game, you got to allude to that in some way, like just with the velvet hammer.
You have to.
Christian Gray really
Kibler
got the cuffs on
the
him out
Reaper
there.
and Kibler's going all in on Drew Aller. Boy doesn't throw the ball to his wide receivers. He doesn't throw more than 5 yards.
Hey, we all got to believe in something.
I mean, now that Tyler Warren's gone, who's he going to throw it to?
We all got to believe in something. All right, this is what he's chosen. Drew Aller. That's the.
I love him. I love him.
Right.
Jamie from Van Buren says, "What if Notre Dame comes in and loses? Well, I'm not going to be here on Monday.
He'll quit.
That's right. There will be no
This
post
man will quit.
I will walk away. However, that's not going to happen.
Your concern level is very low about
My
that.
concern level is 0.
0.0.
The
Blue Tars.
That is correct.
0.0%. And falling.
BE says Christian Gray will be on. Wait for it. Right knee management by then.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, Christian Gray was in that movie with Don Johnson's daughter, for the guy that asked. Yes, he was. That's true.
All right.
What a film it was.
Yeah.
Three films.
Never
actually.
saw it.
The trilogy.
Here we go. Bailey and Springdale rather lose to Arkansas and win the Natty or beat Arkansas and lose in the championship game. I know this will sound odd, but I would rather hammer Arkansas and lose in the national title game because that will make my life a whole lot easier.
Well, it's 30 years of pent-up angst.
It is. I will have my Notre Dame flag proudly displayed.
It's all the subtle jabs.
Yeah. Yep.
It's all the passive-aggressive
That's correct.
snide remarks.
There's nothing passive-aggressive at all. You mean towards him or from him?
Towards me.
Towards him.
Okay, now that might be fair, but good Lord, do you run your mouth?
I do. And I don't have to write the check either. We're just going to turn around and hand it to the best running back in the country.
All right. Well, there you have it.
Jeff
folks.
from Cameron says he's going to have nasal polyps. The shot at Sean Andrews.
Sean Andrews' plan. Right.
Golly. I can't wait. This is gonna be a fun football season. I'm gonna have fun.
I'm having fun.
Dr. K wants me to put it on the wall of promises.
Isn't it already on?
It's already up there.
It's already got it.
That,
Way ahead of you, sir.
Here we go. Abner says that Drew Aller is Dak Prescott, just good enough to make you think he can play. Until he gets in a big moment, then nope.
Well, that's a
cheap shot. I mean, that's really a shot at Dak. But okay, I love Drew Aller. He's been very good to me. Gunnar Stockton, thank you. Really good to me.
Gunnar Stockton.
Bailey wants to know when the homie hopping deadline is. I think
that's a baseball name.
Like
Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah, he's a quarterback at Georgia.
He should be playing travel ball somewhere.
Bailey, the homie hopping deadline is after the first Saturday of college football.
Oh, you get a week to figure it out?
Yeah, the fan transfer portal opens up. If you're frustrated with your team after 1 week, you can homie hop. And it's only from that point forward, it's only an 11 to 14 week commitment. Look at Lurch. Lurch jumped.
Oh my God. Lurch would be a bad cult member because he would be a cult. It's so easy.
He is susceptible to facts.
That guy would have put the sneakers on, the whole deal. I mean, it's just crazy. I didn't know he was that susceptible.
He went full in, and now he's like bugging me. He's like, "Hey, do you want to do this? Do that?" I'm like, "Man, I work Friday and Saturday. I can't." But he spent a fortune going up there for the first round. But to his credit, it was the time of his life.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not reading from the talking points. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you really got to.
Sorry. Jeff and Fayetteville sent me their defense is much improved, and Travis Williams can do more with less than better than anyone.
That's a shot at your own roster when you say stuff like that. It's like, this team stinks. But the coach is good at making stinky people good.
Robin Bentonville says the BPI gives Notre Dame a 99% chance to win the game. Hog fans. So you're saying there's a chance.
FPI.
FPI,
That's
BPI, whatever. Bailey willing to join homie hopping to the Fighting Irish because they want to see a win at Razorback Stadium.
Wow. You guys are harsh.
I mean, it's April. Listen,
we got a long way to go here. We haven't even started the countdown yet. I mean, come on. Let's just cool it here. All right, we got to take a break here because that's what.
Remember,
that's what we have to do.
Ty Williams plays for Notre Dame now. Ty Washington, excuse me.
Ty Washington.
One of us now.
Augustov left Colorado.
Yeah, Augustov's now at Virginia.
Maybe come back here.
Wahoo wah.
Wahoo wah. Chris Canty. All right, we'll be back here at ESPN Arkansas. The drive home powered by Mr. Sparky. Are you relying on Facebook for your website? Don't do that. Modular Orange makes it easy to have your own professional website, designed, written, launched, and kept up to date for only $95 a month. No upfront costs, no hidden fees. The team at Modular Orange will handle everything for you. All you have to do is focus on building your business. They're going to focus on building your website, and you'll be seen on every device, phone, tablet, laptop, all of them. And you don't have to worry about social media dictating who can see your site. Anyone can see your site. So take control of your online presence with Modular Orange. Fast, affordable, and hassle-free. Go to modularorange.com and get started today.
This is Ruscin and Zach.
I'm sick.
Wow.
Sick to my stomach.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
White perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, Sakhalin.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouse. Some serious crappie. Nice speck.
We got crappie.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite. White perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
Get luxury without the splurge with Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. There's the $5 Classic box, as saucy as ever. The $7 Supreme box, packed with decadent favorites. And the $9 Discovery box brings new indulgences like toasted cheddar street chalupas. It's the Lux you want for less. Choose your $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box only at Taco Bell.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Introducing the Azalea
So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick.
Built for comfort.
So let's take you back to the concrete streets.
Check out our latest
beats and real live MCs. Playground tactics. So let's take you back to the concrete streets. Original beats with real live MCs. Playground tactics, a rabbit and a hat trick. Just that classic rap.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for all your sports betting action. Baseball season is in full swing, and we're into the home stretch for NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting while the games are being played. With the largest selection of odds on everything from the MLB, NHL, and UFC, BetOnline remains the number one online source for all your sports wagering information. In between games, head over to BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. BetOnline, the game starts here.
234. That's 479-999-1234. 479-999-1234.
You know that crushing feeling when you press print at your PC and the doggone machine just won't print? Well, I fixed that. Hi, I'm Tim Stanley, owner of TDS IT. We are an IT company with a long history in the print channel, and I have fixed the printer conflict by creating my own Northwest Arkansas-based help desk. Call us at 479-575-0770 for more information on how a true IT company can keep all your printers and scanners up and running all the time.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
I'm meteorologist William Morrison with your 4029 forecast. Guys, remain most clear tonight in Northwest Arkansas. Sunrise Tuesday temperatures being a low. Sun and some clouds are on tap for our Tuesday. Daytime high temperatures will climb to the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. Tuesday's overnight temperatures will fall to the mid to upper 50s by Sunrise Wednesday. That's your get with the forecast only on 4029.
ESPN 99.5. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss. Welcome to the entertaining portion of the broadcast day. This is Ruscin and Zach on ESPN Arkansas and streaming on hitthatline.com.
All right, I love you too.
That's our boy. There it is. You know what? We give Ty a lot of crap. Ty is a good person at heart.
I'll tell you what, there are some certain things behind the scenes that Ty is very more prepared on than other things.
Oh, yeah.
He's very prepared. Doing a great job. Let's see here. Do you want to do the polls or
not really? But okay. I figure it'll kill time. So yeah. All right. Found the yell button. Your Ruscin and Zach X polls brought to you by no one in particular. Being forced to do this. When you're about to meet someone for the first time, do you ever get pre-annoyed? Like you know this person is going to piss you off? 73% of you said yes. Is anyone else concerned that today's youth can set up electronics in your home, yet need help making toast? 73.7% of you said yes. And asking for a friend, someone logs into their streaming account on your TV and doesn't sign out. Can you use that login? 91.2% of you said yes. Those are your Ruscin and Zach X polls.
It's kind of like that thing in baseball where you're talking about, they can do the Wi-Fi, but they can't run the toaster.
Right.
It's like now, like when PitchCom dies, like no one knows what to do. The whole game shuts down.
Yeah, we're not doing the hand signals
No
anymore.
one can fathom a hand signal.
Well, we don't practice it anymore. The world had, I'm telling you, if the internet ever went down for an extended period of time, remember when our phones got shut down? That was first of all, that was the greatest morning of my life. Nobody bothered me. It was terrific.
Yeah,
but if it ever goes down, we're done. Like, we won't know what to do. Bill brought us a gift for the studio. Now, you brought us your Denver flag. your Rockies flag. But today, Bill brought us an Atari 2600, which we are going to set up tomorrow. And I'm not doing the show. I'm going to be playing Kaboom.
Playing Kaboom.
I love Kaboom.
But I've got Pitfall in there. Did you?
I love Pitfall.
Did you look through the games?
I did.
Okay.
But Kaboom was my favorite game on the 2600 growing up. I loved Kaboom. Kaboom is, the little guy runs across the top. He drops the bombs. You got to catch him, that sort of thing. Big fan of Kaboom. So that we're going to add that. We'll get that. What we need, Bill, is we need one of those old 80s metal TV trays to put it on just to complete the look.
That I do not have. My old man, actually, the story behind that, I did not know. My dad apparently got that in the divorce, held on to it for like 25 years, gave it to me, and I've been lugging it around for a while. So
that's perfect. Zach finally got to buy good headphones after his. And so now you got the
what do you have against my headphones? They work. They're fine.
They're ratty.
Okay.
On the inside.
They're well worn.
Right. But they were your trophy, your reward.
Dirty Drawers has a question. Is Tommy sending Ty to the Vatican for behind enemy lines coverage?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's behind enemy lines. Well, okay. I think we'd have to change the name of the coverage there because we're all kind of on the same team in that regard.
Yeah.
But no, I don't believe.
I was greeted with that news this morning. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. Sunday at church will be weird.
Yeah, I was sorry to hear that, and I told you so when I got here this morning.
You did.
You did. I'm sorry that I lost to see that news,
Francis, and now we start anew.
Right,
once again.
That's right. I am measuring my life on two things: number of stadiums the Braves have played in, 3, and
number of
papal elections I have seen, which
3.
will also be the 3rd.
Yep.
So that's how I'm measuring my life.
No, it would be your 4th papal election.
No, I saw the one for Benedict, and then the one for Francis. So this was the 3rd one.
Yeah.
I didn't see
true.
John Paul born in John Paul.
That's true.
So that's how I. Does anyone else measure time that way? By a number of stadiums the Braves have played?
No, you're the one.
I'm the only one. Alone out here. I'm alone out here. Have they had the most stadiums in the last 30 years, 40 years?
The Marlins played at Joe Robbie.
2.
They played at Joe Robbie. Then did they move right into Lone Depot?
Yeah, they've had 2. The Braves have had 3.
The Rays?
The Rays have had, this will be 2.
Where'd they play to begin with?
Tropicana.
Well, okay, but they haven't had the second one yet. The Nationals have had 2.
No, that's right. Yeah,
Played
RFK.
at RFK.
My Rockies have had 2.
I'll tell you another one.
Yeah, that's right. They played a Mile High.
The Rangers have had 3 stadiums.
Yeah, they
in my
have.
lifetime.
Yeah, they have.
Arlington, the ballpark, and now the Grill.
Yep.
Yeah. There's another one that 3 in
Astros, no.
No, they've had 2.
The A's,
no. Well, just one, and now 2.
Will be, yeah.
Did you know the Pope's not allowed to be an organ donor?
Yeah.
I think I did know that.
Yep.
I think I did know that. Yeah.
It's not a great job. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not. It's
It's more about the fringe benefits.
It is. Yeah.
Isn't it? I don't know. I mean, you get the same uniform every day. You don't get the clothing allowance. No dollars. That's it.
Wearing the same thing to the theater every night.
Exactly. And those shoes look kind of strange too. I mean, no disrespect or anything, but they got those weird kind of ballet kind of shoes. I don't know what they are. It's very, very interesting. All right. Well, there you go.
All right.
Well, my dad has seen the Cardinals play in 3 stadiums. I've seen them play in 2.
So Busch 1.
Well, the round one was Busch 2.
Okay.
This is Busch 3 that they're in now.
He saw them play it what they play it? Crosley or Expo Park or what?
Well,
Sportsman's
Park.
He watched them play at Sportsman Park?
I think so.
He's that old?
Well, yeah, he's 60-some years old.
My
They
God.
moved into Busch 2 in 66, I think.
Oh, that's
65.
Old.
Yeah.
That's really old.
What about the Mets and the Dodgers?
Dodgers have been at Chavez.
Well, but I mean, who used to play at the Polo Grounds?
That was the
Mets
Giants
started out at the
Giants played at the Polo Grounds.
Well, the Mets started out there before they built
yeah. So the Mets would be 3, but
the
not
Mets
in your
could
lifetime.
be 3, but not in my
your
lifetime. Right? No, I've seen 2 in my life. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's the Braves and the Rangers.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Both teams with one world. No, kidding. I'm kidding.
Don't pick on the Braves.
Jess, don't cut me.
You're gonna get a.
Jess will come over here and she'll cut me. It's not my fault the Braves gacked it up for 14 straight years.
That is not your.
It's
you had
not my
nothing
fault. I
to
had
do with
nothing
that.
to do with it.
You really did.
Had the best pitcher of his generation. Couldn't get it done.
Yeah, right.
Not my fault.
You had nothing to do.
Nothing to do with it.
All right, 19 minutes now until the hour. Stay with us.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas for over 79 years.
Sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee, number 10, Todd Days. Two beauties. What a slam dunk by the freshman out of Memphis.
All right, Todd, what do you think of the intro? Is that legendary enough for you?
It was great. Yeah, it was legendary.
Don't miss a Morning Rush, only on ESPN 99.5.
Spring is here and Gentry Public Schools is blooming with energy. As the district of choice, they provide a world-class education with a small-town feel. Their dedicated teachers, strong community support, and innovative programs help every student connect, learn, and succeed. From academics to athletics, fine arts to career readiness, Gentry Public Schools prepare students for a bright future. Learn more at gentrypioneers.com and follow them on social media. Gentry Public Schools, where tradition meets excellence. Go Pioneers.
Hog fans, join Halftime's Phil Elson and Matt Jones live at the All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater in Springdale, Tuesday, April 22nd from 11 to 2, right before the Hogs hit the diamond. Just awarded Best of the Best Steakhouse in Northwest Arkansas, and now is your chance to taste why. Grab their prime rib specials for just $12.99, score gift card giveaways, and soak in the pregame vibes. Don't miss it. Halftime with Phil and Matt, Tuesday at the All-American Steakhouse and Sports Theater on Sunset in Springdale. We'll see you there.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have painting or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Hey, Hawk fans, when you shop at Alumni Hall, you're getting the ultimate Razorback shopping experience. Alumni Hall has the largest and best selection of Arkansas apparel and accessories, from Nike, Champion, Comfort Colors, Yeti, apparel for the entire family, and gifts for the grad and alumni. For every $150 you spend, you'll receive a $10 reward. Go see them today and load up on Razorback gear. Alumni Hall on College Avenue, alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, where Razorback fans shop.
Hey, it's James Teague with the Teague Lover. I'm excited to be back on Halftime with Phil and Matt Fridays at 12:15. Outside of talking baseball, I can help with all family law matters, including divorce, custody, and child support. Teague Law Firm can also help with criminal law, such as traffic offenses, DWIs, and more. Call me at the Teague Law Firm at 479-877-1688. Visit us online at teague-law.com. Come check out our new office at 4201 West New Hope Road in Rogers. The Teague Law Firm. If we can't help you, we'll talk baseball.
He struck him out swinging.
Hey, Northwest Arkansas, we're the Lewis brothers here from Lewis Automotive. We've got some exciting news to share with you today. As you know, during the month of March was our ultimate challenge, and we got some big news.
Absolutely. During the month of March, we set a huge goal of cars that we needed to sell, and we're here to let you know that we not only hit that goal, we exceeded that goal. So we just wanted to say thank you.
Yes, thank you to our employees. Thank you for the families for supporting them during this month. And thank you to the customer for not only buying, but for selling us your vehicle as well.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Kerry Earwood in Rogers and Derek Wardlow in Rogers.
Relief from hip and back pain can be a reality when you work with the experts on a mobility and flexibility routine. That's why StretchLab was founded. Pro athletes and sports fans alike love StretchLab for our customized one-on-one assisted stretch sessions. Discover the difference a good stretch can make, because when your body moves better, you feel better and live better. Visit your local StretchLab today or go to stretchlab.com and use code FAN10 to get up to 50% off your first 50-minute stretch. Plus, receive an additional $10 off.
Mega Millions now has better odds, bigger prizes, and the highest starting jackpot in America. Prizes start at $50 million and increase rapidly until someone wins. What's new? How about no more break-even prizes? Win anywhere from 2 to 10 times your bet. And the multiplier? It's no longer an add-on. Mega Millions is always $5 per play, bells and whistles included. Play today in stores or on the go. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
ESPN 99.5. Giving you the entertainment you deserve. Here's Ruscin and Zach.
We are back. Almost hockey corner time, Zachary. Very good. Hockey corner, Stanley Cup playoff. Battle over Lord Stanley. Let's get to that. We took too much time.
You want to do hockey corner now?
Yeah, I do.
Boy, I wasn't ready for this. Let's see here. That would be under. I don't know. Here's much of that.
You won't hear a lot of that with the Devils, at least not in Game 1.
It's mean. 4. It was a tough day.
This is great. This is the best part of the year. Take your football. Take your March Madness. I don't care. We got 4 games tonight in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
We do.
Starting at the top of the hour. Game 1 between the Canadiens.
Losers.
And the Washington Capitals.
Not a fan of that group either.
That's on ESPN. 6:30 on the Deuce. ESPN 2. It is Game 2. Blues, Winnipeg Jets. Jets have a 1-0 lead in the series. Then tonight at 8:30, Bills Avs are in Dallas trying to take a 2-0. They call that a commanding 2-0 lead, I believe.
Yes. And Game 3 would be pivotal.
Right. That's at 8:30 on Big ESPN. And then Connor McDavid relegated to ESPN 2 at 9 o'clock
What is it
today.
with you and Connor McDavid?
I don't know.
Why do you not like Connor McDavid?
I have no problem with
You
Connor
do.
McDavid. It's relegated to
You said Connor McDavid relegated.
well, he's on ESPN 2.
So?
Well, if he was a big star, he'd be on ESPN 1.
He's the biggest star in the game.
Yeah, but he's on ESPN 2.
Maybe they get better reception of ESPN 2 in Canada.
They're at LA taking on the Kings. That's Game 1 of that series.
All right,
tonight.
now one thing that we need to understand is that when the playoffs are over, we are going to vote for best playoff beer. Because hockey players don't shave during the postseason.
It's a time-honored tradition.
And everybody, I may grow a playoff beard if the Devils win a game.
Right. You might.
I might.
That'd be something. That'd be something. They play tomorrow?
The Devs?
Yes. Tomorrow at 5. Oh, great. We'll be living and dying with the first period. Great.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
That place is a house of horrors.
Raleigh.
My Devils.
Yeah.
Raleigh shouldn't have a hockey team.
Lenovo Center.
Shouldn't have a hockey
Well,
team.
the
hockey in North Carolina? No.
The Whalers moved there.
Damn Whalers.
Blame the Whalers.
I am blaming the Whalers.
All right. There's your corner. There you go.
Okay.
That's it.
So when do your Avs play?
I think they're up again tomorrow.
They're on tonight. We
Are
just
they?
went over this.
Did we?
Thank you for both paying attention.
I find that an incredibly
8:30 tonight.
hypocritical.
Well, see, that's too late for me. I'll read about it in the morning.
Okay.
Google it or DVR it. Well, because we're not DVRing anymore. If you're on a streaming service, they just record it.
You hit the little plus
Yeah, you
button.
hit the little
and
plus,
it's there.
yeah, the little plus button. They've made it very easy for us.
All right, fellas.
Okay.
What'd you learn today?
All right.
Let's see what we got, Bill.
Well, I'll save this for another day because I was doing a little bit of a dive on fun-sized people because Vern Troyer today with the Pope and everybody else. So I've got some little people facts. But I'm going to go with House Bill 1886. Did you know that Arkansas now has a state dog?
No.
I saw that.
Wait, whoa. We got a state dog?
Got
Was this did they open this up to a 60-day comment period?
The bill was introduced a few months ago.
I guess so.
But now your lawmakers hard at work. The Labrador Retriever, Arkansas state dog.
Yeah. I disagree.
That's what.
No designation on whether the black, yellow, or blah.
Just Labrador.
Just labs, yeah.
You know why? This is for the people of Stuttgart. We're catering to the people of Stuttgart out there with their damn ducks and dogs. What about your dogs?
They are not the state dog.
All right. Fine.
If someone would like to watch them the next storms, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
I learned today catcher Mike Tresh played 12 years with the Bigs, 11 of those with the White Sox, finished his career in 1949 with an on-base percentage of .335. His son Tom played 9 seasons in the major, better power hitter, and 153 home runs over his career. You know what his career on base was? .335.
Wow.
A dad and a son, career base on-base percentage of .335.
Okay.
I love baseball.
I will pass up the nerdy one and give you the one about how people haven't changed all that much. It's just there's more attention on it.
Okay.
They made more nickels in 1964 than any other year. People were hoarding nickels because they mistakenly thought they were made with silver. So the U.S. Mint increased production. They were hoarding the nickels.
We're not that different.
Yeah.
They've just changed the circumstances.
Hoarding toilet paper, nickels.
We're big, dumb animals. That's all we are.
That's what happens. There it is.
All right.
BE's mad. Bleeping labs get all the love.
Yeah, you know what? If you voted for a lab, you're not a real thinker.
You know,
you went for the easiest. You took the short road on this.
Sadly, the Colorado has a pet as well.
What is it? Oh no, I know this.
Shelter animals.
Yeah. What?
I'm not kidding. The state dog of Colorado is a shelter animal.
Wow. All right. Well, shout out.
Go get a mutt.
Shout out to Arkansas for at least taking a stand on something.
Let's empty those shelters, folks.
A lab? How? I mean, it's just very blasé.
You notice they snuck this in on us because, if they had made a big deal about this, it'd have failed 5 times.
Oh,
like the
absolutely.
prison thing.
Yeah.
Just say it. All right. So that's all for this edition of Ruscin and Tech.
Hey,
we've done all we can do.
Watch your hockey teams.